Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream. We are back tonight once again with the Leclerc career mode. We're going into the Imola Grand Prix, round number 7 of this season in Formula 1. And we have had a really good run of races so far. Obviously, last time, if you guys remember, in Miami on Thursday, we finished P2. We got our first podium with Arthur Leclerc in this F1 career. And yeah, P2 is absolutely insane. We pit late on for a soft time, and there's a safety car. Everyone stayed out in their mediums, and we came out 10th and worked our way all the way forward to second place. So it was a very, very good day on Thursday. But hopefully, we can try and get something similar. We probably won't get a podium, but, you know, as long as we keep scoring points, I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Yeah, so I'm wearing Red Bull right now. I was wearing the Williams one, chat. I'll be honest. I don't know if anyone voted Williams, but I was wearing the Williams one. And then I, like, spilt it literally down here, which is lovely. I'm sure you guys love a wet white shirt, but, yeah, there was no way I could wear it. So, yes, it was Red Bull, I'm afraid. It was Red Bull. What browser is going to be watching it on? Because if it's Opera GX and he's streaming it through Discord, you can change your settings to disable the black screen. I usually use Chrome for my browser. And technically you can still do that in a way with like the whole acceleration, hardware acceleration, I think it is. But honestly, just to avoid any sort of copyrights and stuff, it would be better for me to just, yeah, not show the stream essentially. So it's annoying, but what can you do? Arthur Leclerc getting the win today. Imagine, though. Imagine. We've had a really good season so far. We've done 6 rounds, obviously, so far. We've got a P7, a P6, and a P10 in the first 3 rounds. And in the last 3, we've got a P13, a P10, and a P2. So we're in a little bit of a rut there with, Australia, Japan, China only scoring 2 points in 3 races. But we've got a big haul in Miami. So hopefully we can keep it that way. If you disable the hardware acceleration, that will start the black screen. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some people might still watch it along with each other in Discord anyway, but in terms of, like, the stream, I'll be watching it just on YouTube, and, yeah, I won't be able to show it on the stream regardless, so. Never pay him out. Never pay him out, Howick. There's one thing I've learned, never pay him out. It's Red Bull, if you can't see. It's Red Bull. But yeah, I was wearing the Williams one, so I think you had 7.5k Williams. Yo, I feel so bad. Yo, I feel so bad. Sam, my bad, bro. My bad. Blame the monster or something. I don't know. I literally opened it and it was like kind of fizzed up, and it, yeah, unfortunately went onto the shirt. So, yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. But yeah, hopefully we'll get you the right one eventually. What up, Scotty? How's it going, mate? What have I missed in chat? Let's have a quick look. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still undecided if I will stream tomorrow. Again, if I do stream tomorrow, it'll be the F175 watch along. As I say, I won't be able to obviously share this the screen of that, so you guys will have to watch that on your own essentially. But you know, you can have me on a second monitor, or have me on the side or something and hear my reaction at the same time. So that'd be the only way to sort of watch it at the same time as me in a way. But it's something I'd be down to do. I'd definitely be down to do it if there's interest. But and it says racing the Chinese GP, never raced there in game. It's a very difficult track for your first time. Very, very difficult. A lot of people struggle with the first few corners. So most of the track, in my opinion, I don't think is too bad. But a lot of people first time struggle with the opening corners. So take your time with it. Make sure you take it easy through turn 1. You need to basically sacrifice the opening turn 1 to open up turn 2 essentially. You need to kind of be wide on entry into turn 2 and then cut back in to open up turn 3 as well. So it's a very tricky section of the track. Make sure you're using custom setup as well. That's very important. Custom setups are very, very important. Don't do what Finn does. What, being 4 laps down? What up, guys? Again, mate. But yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think, without further ado, let's get cracking for the Imola Grand Prix. So, this is how the championship is faring up as we head into round number 7 here in Imola. So, Max Verstappen does lead the way so far in the championship. And, of course, he was winning every single race. Miami was the first time he didn't get a win. He went 5 wins on the bounce, but finally, he's got a bad result. He finished 7th in Miami that fastest lap. So, he has still got the championship lead to Lando Norris in 2nd. Charles Leclerc, our brother, of course, on 79 points. He's a good 39 up on us so far. So, he's considerably higher than us at the minute. Sergio Perez P4, Piastri P5, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso that top 8. Then we've got ourselves only 12 points behind Alonso, which isn't too bad. 3 up on Carlos Sainz, who's not having a great season so far. If we have a look at his results, he's got a P6, P4, P7, P9, P8, P11. So nothing really exceptional there from Carlos Sainz. Only one decent result, I'd say, there with that P4 in Saudi. But yeah, not even a single podium for the smooth operator yet. It's been a disappointing season from him. The only other point scorers so far this season, we've got Lance Stroll in 11th. We've got Alex Albon in 12th. He scored his first points this season in Miami as well. And then we've got Yuki Tsunoda in 13th at minute 2. So everyone else still yet to score a point. But Constructors-wise, still sitting in 6th place there. We're 18 off from Aston Martin in the Constructors. And we are currently well far up on Racing Bull, who are in 7th. So I think it's safe to say we should be okay in the Constructors to get at least a top 6. Probably will be about a P6, but depends how Albon does, who, only just scored his first points of the season. So very dependent on him. As for the R&D, we currently sit in 6th place there right now as well. We've got Red Bull, who are on top at the moment. McLaren in 2nd, Mercedes in 3rd. Then we've got Ferrari and Aston Martin completing that top 5. Then you've got a bit of a gap between them top 5 and ourselves. We have closed up that gap quite nicely so far in the first 6 or 7 races. But, yeah, it's still good way to go if you want to try and catch Aston, that's for sure. Racing Bull are right behind us. Then we've got Alpine, Haas, and Sauber. All the bottom 3 teams there as well. Alex took the Logan roll and have the non-upgraded car. Yeah, something like that. I guess they're putting all the upgrades into Arthur, aren't they? Right, let's do our specialist goals real quick. We'll do complete vehicle, no more than 4 collisions. Finish in a better position your teammate in quali. I mean, that's basically a guarantee at this point. I think Albon's only made it out of Q once, maybe twice. Whereas we're going to Q2 every single time so far, I'm pretty sure. So I'm fairly confident we can beat Albon in qualifying. Wow. Someone thinks they're funny, huh? Someone thinks they're very funny. Complete 5 laps in practice. To stress at any tires above 30%. Let's go 5 laps in practice. We'll do driven up in 2 different sections should be good as well. Perfect. What up, Pedro? What up, Trey? How's it going, guys? TikTok. Yeah, let's just say there was a not very socially acceptable comment being made in a format that you have to type it one letter after another. You could probably come to your assumptions. Did Albon make Q3? Maybe it was just into Q2. I think it was just Q2. Actually, no. Did he make Q3? Maybe he did, actually. I honestly don't remember. I think it might have made Q3 now I think about it. What up, Gigi? How's it going, mate? Let's get the LED lights on real quick. He's blocked, Mixer. Don't worry. He's blocked. New Prem ball drop, Vince. Yeah, I did see it. Can't wait for Mikel Arteta to make his comments about that. Right, let's have a look at the weather forecast for the weekend then. So the race is going to be fully dry. No rain expected for the race. Qualifying is going to have a bit of cloud for it at the start, but it should be dry for the most part. Practice is going to be completely dry as well. So looking like a full dry weekend so far. Can't complain with that. What's that AI on right now? 108. That's honestly probably about right for this. We'll keep it that way. Question if I may. I'm playing a lot of F1 World. Oh boy. I don't have a driver in front, driver behind when asking Mark from Info. Am I doing something wrong? Because not everyone sets a name for the engineer to say. I don't think that's what it is. I think either way, it should still say the driver in front. Why is my TikTok live been disconnected? Hello? Is TikTok okay? It just said disconnected for a second, but I think it's back. I hope. I'm gonna have to restart the stream, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Is it in qualifying, Scott? Because I think in qualifying, I don't think it'll work. But I think it works in the race, so I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I don't play a lot of F1 World, to be fair, so my knowledge on it might be a little bit lagging bad. My OBS is fine. Twitch is fine, right? Why is my TikTok lagging? All good on TikTok?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rate my DatGuyVince impression.
I will leave TikTok
please,
for now.
20.
But if there's any issues again, I might have to restart the stream. We'll see. I'll give it 5 minutes. I'll give it 5 minutes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Even my impression of myself wasn't pretty terrible there. I didn't have the expression on that one. It sounded pretty good, though. Maybe a bit more capitalization, Galactic. I'll give it 8.5. 8.5. Bit more capitalization, probably pushing a 10 there. But not bad overall, not bad. Thank you much for the 7-month resub as well, mate. I appreciate that, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, get a spin chat. So welcome Galactic into the Vince fam for the 7 months. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I think it's there in quality normally. Just say the driver's name ahead, like Albon ahead, for example. Yeah, no, in career modes and like when it's an AI driver that's, you know, real life driver, it'll always work. But yeah, I don't know. Fully studying in Imola. Watch this game, right? We should be getting monsoons, shouldn't we? The Grand Prix should be cancelled. It's okay now. Okay now. No worries, keep me updated, but I might have to restart. I don't know. Right, we've got race strategy, quality pace, and ERS management to do today. Let's crack on and see how we get on with those.
Hello,
I hope we lose the league now.
Imola,
I hope so too.
Home of Ferrari, the home of the Tifosi. We're about to get ready.
Still not got over Peter on debut yesterday.
Have you with us?
Next up is a top 8, Alfonso. Next up's a top 8. I still haven't really decided what we're going to do for this Sunday. I know there was a few suggestions yesterday about how we, you know, what we do, but I just need the season to start so we can start getting back on track with it, essentially. Start linking up with real life. Where are we? Imola.
I've had a
There we
chat
go.
with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into
Maybe restart the
car
live?
okay.
Yeah, I might do
With
just in
any luck,
case.
you'll be able to feel the improvement, so
Okay, I'll
give
do
it
that,
a
actually.
try.
Okay, for those on TikTok, I'm going to restart the stream because we had a weird disconnection. I think there might be a little issue. So I'm going to restart the stream, just refresh my page in a second, and I should come back in a minute. So bear me a moment. When's the next 24-hour race? Probably Spa. I think. Maybe. Okay. Should be back live again on TikTok now. Hopefully, whatever that issue was is gone. I don't know what happened, but hopefully it's okay now. Yeah, I think the next one will probably be 24 hours of Spa, I'd imagine, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. Wait, can you see the calendar if there is one? Type in on Google iRacing Special Events 2025. Then you'll get like the graphic of all the events coming up this year. There's a lot of stuff we won't do. Like there's a whole like Indy 500 stuff that I personally won't do. There'll be a lot of things like that. We're only really interested in endurance races. But they do a lot of different, you know, special events and things on iRacing. So
Just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy.
I know that
the first
Daytona
couple laps.
500 was yesterday as well. So Lane said it's got the same yesterday because I was taking about 5 seconds off the guy in front and 5 seconds off the guy behind me in P11. So you were in no man's land, basically, is what you're saying. Can we get 1K likes in the first 5 minutes of the stream? Just keep on tapping. That's all you got to do. Just keep on tapping. Hello, Dana. Welcome to the bad side, I guess. The dark side. Paige, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. Nürburgring 24-hour. Oh, yeah, there is that one as well. That one I would need a lot of preparation for because I still don't really know Nürburgring fully off the top of my heart yet. I'm here too, super fan. Everywhere counts. Wherever you may be. Maybe on YouTube soon as well. Who knows? I do want to start streaming on YouTube. Probably be looking at getting that at some point. I probably won't focus as much on like the YouTube chat compared to Twitch chat though. Twitch chat be like the main focus. But I might start streaming on YouTube eventually. I said to my friends, I was in no man's land 10 seconds before the safety car. Yeah, that's the problem with the game really, is like if there's a DRS train in front of you, but you're not close to it, it's really hard to keep with it. Yeah, I'll still have TikTok up on the side, but it'll be the same as normal essentially. Everything will be normal. Like, everything will be exactly how it usually is. But I'll also just be live on TikTok. Twitch, sorry. Sorry, no. Jesus. I said everything wrong there. I'll be live on YouTube as well. But I won't be able to see the chat on YouTube, I don't think. Right, ERS management. Let's give this a go. Ooh, that's a bit understeery at turn 3. I think it got red flagged a lot because of rain or something, Bucks, from what I've heard. Apparently there's a lot of very bad conditions. A little bit deep. My tires still a bit cold? Yeah, they are actually. Front tires are a little chilly. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but I watched Daytona 500 fairly recently, the last couple of years. And even when, like, there wasn't red flags and stuff, it still just wasn't a great watch. Will I be doing the 1,000 lappers? No, I don't think so. Depends what one you're talking about, though. Do I only race F1? No. I mean, mainly, F1 is kind of like our main game, but we have played a lot of other things, like iRacing, where we've done, obviously, different cars in that. We've done ACC in the past as well. Obviously, if I'm playing the F1 game, then, yeah, I will only be driving F1, because that's the only thing in the game, basically. Okay, we got green on the ERS there. It's not too bad. Portugal 1000, Bathurst 1000. They're in the cars that I don't really like to use, though. To be fair, I haven't tried the supercars, but... No, I probably won't be doing those. Probably just the multi-class endurance stuff.
Nice one. Okay, reminder, a neat way to recharge the batteries by lifting at certain points when you feel you can and by gentle braking.
Really kick a damn. Yeah, North American weather is very crazy. Very, very crazy.
Back into the battery. Combine all these techniques and see how you go.
Thanks, Mark. I'll bear that in mind. That's a little bit deeper, Aqua. ERS and none gets more battery? It does, yep. But it does obviously make you slower too, so... Let's try and get a little bit more battery in these last couple of corners. It's an improvement, but still not quite in that purple. Let's try again this lap. Then we just try and be a bit better in the first sector if we can. First sector goes green like that, so... Yeah, it was very cold down here as well today. Very, very cold. This looks better. Delta's obviously a little bit tighter this time, but that battery looks a lot stronger this time round. Already in the purple. Looks good. Oops. Rear-ended out a little bit on entry. Just made me cut the corner there. But it should be good enough, I think, for a purple. Let's see. It's touched the line. Nice. There we go, purple. Very nice. 16.4. We'll take that for our first run. Not bad at all. You're also down south? Yeah, I think I remember you saying you were like Kent or something, right? Any tips on managing ERS deploy and overtake throughout a race? If you're in a DRS train, ideally in a DRS train, you want to be like first or second in the train, essentially, so you can sort of DRS swap. If there's a car, if you're leading the train and there's a car behind you that's significantly faster and is obviously going to overtake you, just go into none. There's no point trying to defend it. Just go into none, let them go past you, and stay with them. And then vice versa as well. If you're the car behind, but maybe you're too far back to overtake, just go into none and use the DRS to bring you closer. So you just got to kind of be like kind of tactical about how you manage the battery, essentially. Through corners and stuff, obviously, don't go into hot lap through corners. There's no point. You know, going through this chicane here, for example, I'll probably go into none. And then maybe medium on exit, something like that. So try not to use overtake too much, essentially. Maybe only use it if you're trying to get back to DRS range of someone, or, you know, if you made a mistake, you need to catch back up, or you're trying to pull away from someone's DRS, maybe. Otherwise, try not to use it too much, because it will drain your battery. Me too, Scotty, honestly. Me too. The one thing I hate about this track, though, and it's only a game-related issue, is the track limits. If the track limits were fixed, then I would love this track. And I do love it, to be fair. It's great fun to drive. But the track limits are very frustrating here. Very, very frustrating. What up, Daniel? Started no TC career mode today. Bahrain's a lot easier than I imagined. Yeah, Bahrain's not too bad. The only issue I usually struggle with around Bahrain is like turn 1 and 2 and 3 with no TC. Because you have to be very patient with the throttle to get it planted. Turn 4 as well, sometimes be a bit hit and miss, but not too bad. Everywhere else, usually I'm fine. Yeah, I mean, I always play regular on Career Mode anyway, Scotty, but when we did like Creator Series here, for example, they had it on strict, and it was a struggle. It was a big struggle. We only got 4 out of 5. Be the average speed on the speed trap. What is the average speed? Is there a way I can find out? How does one find out what the average speed in the speed trap is? Russell did 183, 185, 185, 186. Okay, the average is looking like 184, maybe? What was ours? How can I find out what mine is? No idea. Very useful. I don't know how to find out. Maybe it would tell me at some point, I don't know. I hate the hairpin in Bahrain in Sector 2. Yeah, I think that's turn 10, isn't it? The one like before the third straight. The back straight almost. Oh, Gemma, how's it going, mate? What up, poppin'? You got to use overtake or hot lap through the speed trap? Maybe, something like that. It'd just be nice to know what mine is, so that I don't have to, you know, I know what I've got to do, essentially. But, oh well. Right, let's do race strategy, I think, next, and we're going to quali pace for FP2. Do you do every session each race weekend? In practice, we only do FP1 and FP2. We simulate FP3. But, yeah, we'll do every qualifying session and, of course, the race as well. But we don't usually do FP3. Just FP1 and FP2.
Okay, engines fired up. We're set.
Why'd you go to Williams with Arthur? It's what the chat voted. It's what the chat voted. Why would EA help you complete your goals? Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good question. Finn kept spinning yesterday. I thought it was Galactic each time. Yeah, I thought it was Galactic initially as well, but Galactic's too much of a robot for that to happen. If you see a McLaren that spun around, assume it's not Galactic. Unless someone's punted him or something, but... Otherwise, assume it's someone else. Place that we used to know. There's a brief yellow flag behind us for a second. Don't know why. Seems okay now. Do you think EA will stop making games for F1 and we get new devs? Well, EA don't develop this game. EA publish it. Codemaster the developers. So if anything, it'll be EA that lose the license, and it might get handed to someone else. That's probably like the worst case scenario for EA. Is that they get their license removed for poor performance, and someone else buys it out, essentially. I don't think the F1 game series will ever actually stop. I just think another dev will essentially take over the license. How do you know when to brake? Reference points. Every track, every corner, all has a reference point for where to brake. If that's something you want to learn, I'd recommend watching some track guides on YouTube. So it's a little bit cold, but should be fine. Right, let's do this. (17.2 is the target lap time. That should be doable. Of course, this was the track where we had our first and only DNF, actually, in the Barry Huckelheim series. So hopefully we don't repeat that. There is no rain this time, so it makes things a bit easier. (17.2). 21.3 up on that, so this might be a 15. Speed trap is 184 mile an hour. That's about the average, isn't it? I think. Our speed trap looks about right. 15.8. That's actually a pretty good first lap. Puts it to P5 for now as well. Good stuff. Ooh. Don't know that positioning from Bottas. Bit of understeer in the chicane. It still wants a 17.2. I thought it'd make the lap time a bit quicker, but it didn't. Kept it the same. See, I'm pretty sure I was on the white line there. On strict track limits, I'm pretty sure that would have been a warning. It's quite sad the regular is more realistic round here than strict is. That would have been a warning. That was off. It was a little bit too hot on the exit there. Update my question. So far, noticed Arcade has it. Quick Race doesn't. It's not to do with maybe the distance of the races, is it? I don't see why it would, but could be that. They're both 5 lappers. Oh. I have no idea. I'm going to assume it's a bug. I'm not really... I very rarely do F1 World, so... Like I say, my knowledge is a bit limited on it. What up, Drew? How's it going, mate? What base do I have? Then what's that? R9. Last one's a 15.8 as well, so consistent lap times. Not too bad, Drew. Hope you're good as well, dude. Albon's currently P8 as well, so looking pretty good for Williams so far. It's too early doors, though, obviously. It's been another second. 16.2 that time. How long did it take for you to have no racing line? For every track, probably a good bit of time. On average, I would say I could learn a track in at most 2-3 hours. Maybe a more longer, complex track would take a bit longer, but a shorter one take a bit less. So, on average, maybe about 3 hours. So, for every track, that's probably, yeah. Probably about a month to learn every track, I think. Oh, doing a 100% community race next week? Undecided still. Undecided. There will be a community race, it's just not sure what it'll be yet. I did ask you guys to post your suggestions in the suggestions channel, but no one did that, so. F123 community race? Just like the good old days, huh? Just like the good old days. Maybe short quality 100% race? Basically like the opposite of what we do now. If you use real F1 cars, it's there. If you use F1 World cars, it's not. It's still weird, though. I don't see why having the F1 World card should prevent that from happening, but... Oh, well. The problem here is I'm questioning an EA game, so... Should do Vegas. Do it in France or Portimao. We did do Portimao fairly recently on this game. I recall it. I struggled quite a bit. I think Galactic won it, of course. Your settings is all off. The assists? Yep. Yeah, all my assists are off. We don't use no assists around here. One-shot quali? No, I'm not doing one-shot quali. One-shot quality sucks. I don't like one-shot quality. I bet it's also with the audio saying the driver's name. Yeah, but it still works in multiplayer when you're using these cars. Wouldn't imagine that'd have an impact. I think we've got 5 out of 5 there. We'll just see one more lap. Goes for clarification. Full sim quality in 100% race. Classic creator race style, basically. Reverse grid for maximum chaos. Oh boy. To be fair, maybe we could do a sprint. The problem is doing things like reverse grid orders and stuff would be a little bit complicated, but well, it wouldn't be complicated. It's just annoying to have to reset the lobby every time and things to configure the order. Over the line, 3/10, 16-1. Nice, not bad. Okay, I think our average there is roughly about a 16-0, 16-1. We'll return to pits and find out, but that felt pretty good, though. Fairly happy with those race laps. Fairly happy with that. Imola's my op. I hate it so much. Really? I see a lot of Imola disrespect. I like Imola. I think it's a good track. However, as I've criticized in the past, I don't like the track limits here. They're a bit broken on this game, but... You have a question? Fire away. Am I in any other leagues other than CS? Nope. I barely have time for that. Doing Creator Series weekly, that's enough for me in terms of league racing. And that's not even really a league race, so... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some people could definitely kind of rig it in that sense, Lucas, so... I don't know. How do you prepare those corners? What do you mean? Like, knowing how to brake and stuff, or...? I definitely think people would sandbag on purpose to try and get a better qualifying position and things. Like, do you really trust someone like Aura? Would you really trust someone like Aura? Because I wouldn't. Riff, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. It's all about knowing your reference point, essentially. Every single corner has a reference point for its breaking point. Well, most corners do. Some you have to kind of go instinctive, really, but 90% of corners, you know, you need to know where to position your car for the corner, and you also need to know where to brake for the corner. Reference points, every corner has them. Oh, most corners have them. I'd recommend looking up a guide on YouTube. What do you think of the new Red Bull car? What do you mean? Are you asking, like, in terms of its livery, or its performance? Livery? I don't think I've seen it. Unless you're talking about, like, a test livery or something. Has there been a leak of the Red Bull car or something? Did you say something yesterday that you were going to do a watch-along for tomorrow's F175? I'm thinking about it, yeah. I've not put it in place yet, but I am thinking about it. The only thing is like, obviously I can't show the stream. So if you wanted to watch it at the same time, you would need to watch it on another monitor, another device, whatever, and then have me on the side, essentially. So that's the only thing, essentially. I can't show the stream on my end. I can't reshare it. So I could do my reaction. I can live stream my reaction, but I can't show the stream. So just be aware of that. Yeah, I've not seen it, Rift, so I've no idea. We'll find out tomorrow either way. Red Bull must have added 0.01% more red to the livery, or maybe a touch more yellow. Maybe they moved like the Red Bull bull on the engine cover. Maybe they shifted it like 1 degree down or something. Something like that. Mark Goldbridge out stream, exactly. Have you seen Red Bull's kit? They dropped a video today. I have seen their team wear. I did see Red Bull's team wear. Not seen the livery, but I did see their team wear. And, yeah, not fantastic. The Red Bull bit round here, not a fan. Not a fan. It's kind of giving like the old Toro Rosso vibes. Remember the old Toro Rosso used to have the Red Bull letters across the front? I don't know. Not a fan of it. Right, I think that should do us for FP1 then. We got 5 out of 5 on Racetrack, 4 out of 5 on ER expansion. We should be fine with that. We can get that last little bit in FP3. So I think that should do us for FP1 then. Good stuff. I'm gonna need to have a look at our medium tire times as well. We'll do it at the end. McLaren feels like they found a half a second already compared to last year's car. I always take it with a pinch of salt. Always take it with a pinch of salt at the moment. We'll see in testing. Even though I haven't seen it, I know Yuki should be wearing it. Of course. Of course he should be. Vince on the TV, show on my phone. There you go, exactly. Anything like that would work. And then you guys can also react with me at the same time, essentially, because usually YouTube streams are, you know, perfectly lined up for everyone, aren't they? So,
time to say goodbye as free practice is over.
What do you think of McLaren's livery?
We'll be back shortly
What, the
for
testing livery?
action.
I mean, testing liveries are testing liveries. They're not anything special. They're just used to cover up parts, so I ain't gonna bother commenting on testing liveries. Right, there we go then. Lando Norris on top here in Imola so far in that McLaren. Joined by his teammate Oscar Piastri in second place. George Russell in third right now. All those guys using soft tyres. Verstappen was the fastest man on mediums doing a 15.3. Then we got Perez, his teammate, on the soft doing a 15.5. So his teammate on that soft tyre being a bit slow at the moment. Charles Leclerc on a 15.5 as well. Hamilton, Alonso both on mediums in 7th and 8th. And then Gasly in 9th on the soft. And then ourselves in 10th, rounding up that top 10. Also the medium tyre, the 15.8. I feel like our medium tyre pace, not too bad. Lance Stroll did a 15.9 as his best. Let's find out the average real quick. So our average on the medium was probably 15.8, 16.2, 16.1, 16.0, 16.1. On average, about a 16.0, I'd say. 16.0, 16.1, that sort of area. Stroll's average was 2.2, 0.9, He's about the same. So I think the AI level's about right then. I think 108, 107 probably sounds about right for this one. We'll find out our quality pace next, I guess. But yeah, not too bad. Happy with that. Where is Alex Albon? Alex Albon's down in 16th on the soft tyre. A couple tenths off from us, so... Yikes. He's got some time to find, isn't he? He's got some time to find. Red Bull didn't promote Yuki because he would dominate. World dominance from Yuki would probably cause World War 3. There'd be chaos in the F1 world if Yuki was dominating the sport. Done my arms sore up? Do they get sore? Not often, though. I've done a lot of these races now to the point where I might feel like a little bit tired or a little bit sweaty or anything like that. But usually I'm still fine after. I can still race if I wanted to. But, yeah. I've done so many endurance races in the past. That doesn't really affect me anymore. Do you find the racing line is slower? Yes, 100%. The racing line is kind of misleading. Because it doesn't really show you where to utilize the most of the track. And sometimes its braking points aren't exactly perfect either. So, for example, like... on entry into a corner, it might not make you go wide enough for, you know, carrying maximum speed, or it might make your exit line a little bit awkward or something, which isn't optimal. So you got to remember that with the racing line, it's showing you the ideal racing line, not necessarily the optimal racing line. So it might be the ideal racing line in terms of just, you know, being on the track and doing consistent laps and things, but it might not be the fastest line, if that makes sense. So it's a line that will keep you on the track and give you a good idea of the track, but it's not showing you the fastest line throughout the entire lap. If that kind of makes sense. When is Sebring? Mid-March, I think. Mid to late March. We'll be there for that one as well. What up, Cake? What do you think of Bellingham maybe getting a 12-match ban? Couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. Honestly, for someone like him, very long overdue. Very long overdue. He's always been very, you know... He's always been like that to the refs and stuff.
Take it easy for the first couple of laps.
I would not be surprised at all. It also depends exactly what he said to the ref as well, but... What have you missed so far, Cake? So we're into round 7 now, so you missed the first 6 races. We've basically got points every single race. The only one we didn't score points in was Japan. Last time out in Miami, we did get our podium. Our first podium in the career, which is pretty good. He said, fuck you. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I mean, it's not much, really, is it? But... I mean, people say that to the refs all the time, don't they? To be fair. I think it's probably more just his history of doing it, I suppose, right? How did we get a podium in Miami? So to be fair, we were running quite comfortably in the top 6 for a good bit of the race. Then there was a late safety car. We boxed onto a fresh soft tyre. No one else boxed, and we kind of just cruised through everyone, really. Managed to get into P2. Jude clearly said to the ref, respectfully, fuck off. Oh, that's okay. He said respectfully, so it's all good. As long as he said respectfully, doesn't matter. It's not how it works. Just because you said respectfully doesn't mean it's respectful. Like, if I was to say respectfully, never come back to my stream, LH. Like, it's gonna sound a bit much, isn't it? Obviously, I don't mean that. I'm using this as an example. Two and a half cents up so far. Purple set to 1. Respectfully, I hope Arteta gets sacked. Do you want that, though, actually? Do you want that, though? You're currently beating him in the league, so... Do you actually want him to be sacked? Is this Monza? No, this is Imola. Down to line. This looks like a good lap. 14.8. Solid, actually. Not bad at all. There is quite a few people on medium tyres so far, though, so... Take that lap with a pinch of salt for the time being. Everyone's on medium so far, so... But yeah, I'm happy with that. We beat that program quite comfortably, actually. Quite comfortably. Respectfully, I hope Max wins WDC again. I know K-Craze definitely being genuine there, 100%. This one sellout looks a bit different. Yeah, I mean, temple of speed. Plenty of speed around here, right? 80% the track on throttle, something like that. 90% maybe. There are 2 Italian tracks on the calendar, to be fair, so some people can get confused. We have Imola, and then we have Monza, so... But Monza is definitely a lot quicker than this track. Although, I will say, I do much prefer driving Imola to Monza. I don't think either are really that good in F1 anymore. However, I do prefer driving Imola to Monza. There should be 0 Italian tracks. Imola and Monza overrated IMO. Agreed with Monza. I wouldn't say Imola's overrated because not many people really like it, to be fair. The only thing I like about Imola is driving it. I agree that it's also not very good in F1 these days, but I just like driving it. Give you Valencia. Let's get back to South Korea. Imola just needs smaller cars to be better. I feel like you can say that about every track these days. I do feel like a lot of the tracks are decent. It's just that the cars are so big, chunky, and heavy now that the cars just don't really work around most of these tracks anymore. But I do feel like we have a lot of good tracks. It's just that this current era in Formula 1 just doesn't really work on them. You know? I think it's more telling of the car that we've got more than anything. More than the tracks. But I'd like to have the ring back on the calendar. Don't think so. Especially with the modern day cars. Modern day cars would not survive half a lap round the Schleifer. Bring back Malaysia? I would love Malaysia. Malaysia, Kyalami, Hockenheim, Turkey, the Nürburgring GP layout. I would love those tracks back. That'd be awesome. Absolutely awesome. You really don't like this track? I enjoy it. I enjoy driving it. Again, as I said, I don't think it's great for real-life Formula 1. I think it's a bit boring to watch around here, but to drive in the game, I quite enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. I like the flow of it. A lot of fast kind of left-rights and stuff that get your brain thinking quickly. I like those kinds of tracks. Right, okay, so we've done the quali pace program, but what I think we'll do now is we've got 3 more soft tires, so we'll go and pump out a few more quali laps just on our own pace and go with that essentially, so.
Okay, guys, everyone be aware.
Oh, Dutch, how's it going, mate?
Ready to go.
We have good tracks, but unfortunately we have Lance Stroll. Yeah. Yeah. Bring the McLarens from Toon to the grids. Don't think I've watched that. Not familiar with that one. Bring back Avis. Yeah, we need a brick wall banking, don't we? That's what we truly need in this sport.
Okay, just 2
The thing
laps
is, I mean,
remaining now.
most tracks are still decent in the wet. You know, I remember Netherlands, I think it was last year or year before, when it was raining there, and it was a crazy race. One of the better races of the season. So it just proves that, like, the track still can provide good racing. It's just literally that the current regulation of Formula 1, especially in dry conditions, just doesn't really work on a lot of tracks. Either it's too easy to overtake with DRS, or it's too hard to overtake because there's not enough DRS, something like that. I just feel like around most tracks, they've really struggled to find a balance for overtaking and stuff. Been that way for a while now. Silverstone in the wet? Yeah, Silverstone has had plenty of good races in the wet. DRS just sucks. I'm very 50-50 on the whole DRS thing. Very 50-50. It does make me a bit nervous without it because I do wonder where the overtake's going to come from. I know obviously they're bringing the whole active aero thing, which I'm not amazingly familiar with, but yeah, I don't know. I still don't get the active aero thing. I need to look into it a bit more because I'm kind of uncertain about it as well. Oh, I went a little bit wide there, but I'll allow it. It's very tight on the Delta right now. We've got a nice run out the chicane. Oh, a little bit of a snap on the rear on entry. Still going to be a faster lap though by about a 10th and a half. Maybe 2. Nice, 14.7. Not bad. Ahead of Charles for now as well, which is definitely not a bad thing. Last time we've seen DRS this year? Yep. Yeah, no DRS from next year. How do you think the fully articulated wing's going to play out? Like I say, I'm still kind of unfamiliar with how exactly it works. I need to do a little bit more of a deep dive into it to see how it functions, how it will be operated, all that sort of stuff. Because I'm still a little bit unsure about it, exactly what it does, really. But, I don't know. It's really difficult to say right now. Really difficult to say. F1 shouldn't need DRS. It's meant to be the 20 best drivers in the world. Yeah, but it's also the pinnacle of engineering as well. That's what they say. With Formula 1, you know, it takes, what? Over 100 bolts to remove a panel. There's so much to it in Formula 1. It is the pinnacle of engineering. Especially motorsports engineering as well. So, although, yes, it is going to be the 20 best drivers in the world, there's also the engineering side as well, that teams are going to try and find loopholes and try and make the best engines, the best aerodynamics. You know, they've got the best engineers in the world almost at that point. Adrian Newey, you know, the man who can see air. So, there is the driver side, but there's also that technical team side as well. Hot or cold take, Drugovich is better than Stroll. I mean, it's hard to be worse, right? You need to be pretty damn bad to be worse than Stroll. The Constructors' Championship necessitates technology like DRS and ground effect floors. Exactly, yeah. I mean, ground effect is like a big thing with the current regulation as well. Many regulations, actually. Ground effect's always been a very big thing. What track is this? This is at Imola. Hello, Trap. How is Stroll still in the sport? Well, I mean, I think that's a very obvious question, really, isn't it? It's a very obvious question to a very obvious answer. There's a certain father figure, we'll say, in his team. That's how. Right. Looking pretty good so far, aren't we? 6 tenths up on Verstappen. Can we go 110 AI in qualifying? 6 tenths up on Charles as well. 8 tenths on Perez. Alonso's on mediums there, so I can't really compare to him. Hamilton, Stroll down there as well. Might be able to do 110 AI. I think in the race, you probably will have to drop it a little bit, but, yeah, in the race, I think we could do 110. I think we could do 110. I don't pay attention to Stroll's when I see too bad to care about. I mean, we pay attention when he's doing something, you know, like locking up, going into the wall in Brazil, then driving into the gravel and getting stuck, and then not even making it to the grids and being out of the race before it even started. That sort of thing we'll pay attention to be fair. Hear me out, Prime Nikita Mazepin over Lance Stroll. What is a Prime Nikita Mazepin? What do we consider a Prime Nikita Mazepin? Is that when he, like, predicts the Russian clouds? And goes from, like, 17th to 16th? Is that a Prime Nikita Mazepin?
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD.
Exactly, K. Gray.
Monitor carcass temperature and
Exactly.
surface temperature.
Is that what we consider a Prime Mazepin?
They're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to
That episode of Drive to Survive might be one of my favorites. It's so funny.
open and get a feel for how to control them.
It's so funny for all the wrong reasons. I might have to rewatch that episode. Just for that alone. I just rewatched that DTS episode 2 nights ago. Absolutely hilarious. Dude, I need to rewatch it, I think. It's comedy gold. And it was the fact that it wasn't even like an actual overtake. He overtook someone who was spun in the barriers, and he overtook someone who was on the wrong tire, I'm pretty sure. I think he got like 2 positions from just that. Like, he didn't do anything.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I guess they had to do 1 promo episode for him, didn't they? Ricardo. Danny. Bud. Best TV show of all time. I really like Prison Break. It's a personal favorite. Hello, David. Two tenths down right now. This will be a bit down, unfortunately. Improving the final sector, actually. But not enough for an overall improvement, so 14.7 again, though. Consistent lap times, at least. That's not too bad. But I think that'll probably be it for practice, I reckon. That should be all our laps done dusted, so How have you just done that chicane without invalidating? By keeping one tire on the track, basically. Or on the white line, at least. After the race, the radio, who was like, yeah, how about my call to go on the wet tires? To make up 2 positions. Well done, Nikita. You went from no points to no points. We're proud of you, bud. Oh, dear. He had some very good radios, to be fair. His radios did make some absolute golden moments. Like in Monaco, when his engineer was asking to change a few buttons and stuff. And he was like, I can't do it, I'm in Monaco, man. And in Baku, he said, I'm not in Monaco anymore. It did produce some pretty funny moments. But yeah, as a driver, he definitely wasn't great. Definitely wasn't great. You should use another wheel and see what changes. Well, like a round wheel, for example. I probably would be a bit slower. The shifters will feel a bit different as well, so... Who said that? Mazepin did. Mazepin did. Mazepin's great funny radio moments? Yeah. I mean, just to be fair, Stroll is as well. Stroll's had a good few funny radio moments. Him and Brad used to beef all the time. I don't think Brad's his engineer anymore. I think he moved to like a different department in Aston Martin, but... Yeah, Stroll and Brad had a lot of beef on the radio. That was always a good listen. Racing Point Lance would roll a dice to see if it was a top 7 finish or a pointless finish. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Use each wheel for a lap of practice, see if it still comes out consistent. Probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't. I'm too accustomed to this wheel, so I would definitely not be as consistent if I was changing the wheel every lap. Plus, I think I might lose force feedback as well. Sometimes if you change your wheel when the game's still open, you might lose FFB, so I'm not going to do that. I drive in a round wheel, it's not optimal. I mean, anyone who has like a G29 or something like that, all have a round wheel. It's just something you got to kind of get used to, really. I don't think you need a Formula 1 wheel just to play this game. You can play a round wheel. I mean, like for immersion and the authenticity and stuff, yeah, it's fine, but you can still use a round wheel perfectly fine. There's no problems with that. No problems at all. Did I have one more soft tire, actually? Oh, I did. Never mind, we'll do one more lap then. I thought we used all our tires, but we have one more spare.
We've got a car leaving the garage.
Hello, Kiko. You use a G29? Yeah, I used to have a G29 as well. When I first got into sim racing, I started with a G29. Can I ever do a WRC stream? I've done in the past. Mercedes F1 rig wheel when? Maybe when I get the money for it. Maybe when I'm so financially stable I can afford that sort of thing. Do you prefer iRacing or F1? iRacing. By far. Jay, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. Right, let's focus on some tire warm-up. That's one thing I've not done too well at so far today, is tire warm-up, so... How come? iRacing just has a much better system in place, essentially. You don't really get a lot of dirty drivers in iRacing in the higher series and stuff. There's so much more content on there. Albeit, you have to pay for it. But there's so much different content there. Different cars, different tracks. The realism of it, obviously. You know, it's not really considered a game. It's more considered a simulator. What's the base? Mozzarella 9. Oh, Sailor. Is there a mod for the G29? Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass to get fitted. I used to have one. And it was a bit of a pain to get attached. There's no, like, quick release for it, if that makes sense. You have to completely modify the wheelbase, essentially. Right, last lap on this tyre, and then we'll be done with practice. For real this time. Oof. That's a little bit too hot. Good middle sector. Oh, lovely chicane. Oh, lovely lap. 3.5 tenths. That's a solid lap. I was not expecting to go that much faster. I was maybe expecting to find like a tenth or something like that, but 14.3, that's a great lap. Very, very happy with that. I wouldn't mind a bit of that in qualifying. Been a very good spot. Very, very good spot. I've got a quick release of my Logitech 920. Yeah, but you also had to modify that onto it as well. There's a quick release system that's also a mod, but you have to modify wheelbase to allow that. Everything you do with the G29 has to be modified. That's what makes it so complex and annoying. I hate the fact that escape routes don't work in this game, plus a lot of the tracks are left with 2021 details. Yeah, I mean, there's some updates, like Spa, for example, got updated this year, but, you know, if you try and take the escape road at Monza turn 1, trying to get through the barriers, it's just, your car doesn't turn. Oh, shit, there's a McLaren behind me. It was pretty fun, Bugs. I think most people enjoyed it as well. Yeah, I posted my all my prediction stuff in Motorsport chat after, so if you're interested in seeing what I predicted, then you can have a look in Motorsport chat or you can watch the stream back. China long straight needs to be rescanned, right, Vince? Yep. To say the least. Can I ask why the Monza Labyrinth doesn't work? The Monza Labyrinth. Oh, the Monza Labyrinth. Sorry, you talk about the turn 1 thing. It's because I don't know if the barriers are like, or the bollards, sorry, are too tight together, or if it's the handler model of the game. I'm probably going to put it more towards the handler model. I'd imagine the bollards are perfectly placed. I think it's just the fact the handler model is just not very good. So it's impossible to do it. Maybe they should be more spaced out in the game, though, to compensate that, but I don't know. The sausage curbs here always annoy me. Yeah. Yeah, if you ride the sausage curbs wrong here, it's instant death, basically. Hope they'll make a good game in 2025. My fingers are crossed. My fingers are crossed. Where did I get that P0 wheel? I bought it off Etsy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for practice, I think, then. We used up all our tires, and we put some good laps down there as well. Our fast lap being a 14.3, almost a second faster than Carlos Sainz. So I think for qualifying, we could probably do max AI. But I think in the race, we probably are going to drop it a couple clicks, because the AI in the race do seem a little bit better than in qualifying. So for for qualifying, I think we should be okay to do max AI. But for now, we are almost a second up on both Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso. Verstappen there, just right behind those two as well, with Charles Leclerc a second behind there in 5th. Then we've got Lando Norris, Perez, Stroll, Hamilton, and Albon all in that top 10. But we've still got 25 minutes, so let's see. Would be cool if we get some sort of F1 25 announcement tomorrow. Probably not going to happen, I don't think. I do think we might get some news in F1 25 this month. But maybe not towards the end. Copy-paste game. I mean, I'm hoping that they'll put a lot of focus on the handling model. Because that's probably one of the biggest problems with the current game. Is the handling model is absolute tosh. It's terrible. So I'm hoping that for the next game, they'll, you know, listen to the criticism and the feedback given on the handling model. And they'll change it, but that's just me hoping. That's me hoping and coping.
And that's it. Practice.
There we go, then. We do finish up on top in FP2 and the final session for ourselves in practice. Verstappen finishes up in 2nd with Charles in 3rd. So that is your top 3 with ourselves on top so far. Lance Stroll in P4, Carlos Sainz in P5, Stroll faster than Alonso as well. He's currently in P6 with Hamilton in P7. Then we've got Norris in P8, faster than medium tyres so far in this session, with Perez and Albon in that top 10. Nice to see Albon in that top 10. Hopefully he can stay there. We've got a few medium tyres further down as well. But that will do it for practice, I think, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it. The handling for F1 23 was good. I don't know why they changed it. I don't know either, really. When I first saw the announcement of, you know, them changing the handling model for this game, I was kind of surprised. Because I thought that from F122 to F123 was definitely a step in the right direction. But then they went backwards again with F124. Like, you got the handling model in a much better place compared to 22. Build on that, you know? Use that handling model, configure it to make it better. Why are we making a completely new model when it obviously was going in the right direction in itself? I don't know. It's just some very weird decisions. Very, very weird decisions. I don't know who makes them, but yeah, they need to have a look at themselves. But the W11 handling model for F125, those cars would be way too quick for this regulation. They already are. But that would make sense, and this is the EA we were talking about, exactly, yeah. Yeah, sensible positions do not go, you know, hand in hand with them, so... Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we'll see some improvements, but we'll see. I do think they'll probably try and keep with the same idea of this handling model, because I think that's something they really wanted to do, was they wanted this handling model to be in the game. So they probably are going to stick with this handling model, but I'm just hoping for major improvements to it. Doesn't Codemaster make the game? Yeah, EA fund and publish for Codies. But obviously, you know, with EA doing that side of things, they'll also have direction of Codemasters, so they can tell them what they want in the game, and Codemaster will listen, so... This handling model is so shit. Exactly. It is. But if they can make major improvements to it, then honestly, I do think the handling model does have potential. There is some potential to this handling model, but it just needs a lot of work. It actually needs an entire rework, to be honest with you. It has potential, but it has to start with a rework. Almost starting from scratch again, basically. But whether they'll do that or not, we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out. Why does the Academy Select for F2 not work? I don't think it's a thing in this game, unfortunately. I don't think it's a thing. Unless, I think it might work for, like, creating a driver. But I think if you're, doing, like, a real-life driver, I don't think it works for that. Because I think they already have an Academy most of the time, so... I hope they return to the F123 handling. I doubt it, to be honest with you. I doubt it. Right. Let's have a look at our engine then. So, we are about to head into qualifying, so let's get our fresher spec set into the car. So, we'll go number 1 on everything, I think. I think all this number 2 stuff will be the most worn, so... We'll put all this stuff to number 1. We did create a driver, it still doesn't work. Maybe it's not a thing this game, then. I just don't remember. It was a long time since I made my character. But maybe it's not a thing this game. For whatever reason. I hope they make the next game a whole new engine. I mean, that would be ideal, actually. That would be ideal, transition to a new engine. But, yeah, also don't see that happening, to be honest with you. I also don't see that happening. They should have 2 settings, realistic and controller-friendly. I mean, that kind of is already a thing. You have, like, the presets and stuff. And the game is already quite controller-friendly in itself, so I don't think that's really necessary. I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm not gonna lie. Blink twice if you know something that you aren't telling us. I genuinely know nothing. I genuinely know nothing of F125. There might be some people in the creator network and stuff who do, but from myself, I have no knowledge. Absolutely no knowledge of what's going on for F125. I know as much as you do. Trust me, I wish I knew something, but unfortunately, I'm as useful as a chocolate tin pot when it comes to that sort of thing at the moment, so... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado then, it is time to get underway for qualifying here in Imola. Obviously, Imola used to be a sprint race, if you guys remember, from the last couple of years, but unfortunately, it no longer is. So, it does make it a bit of a short weekend now. I don't mind the Imola sprint races. I think Imola sprint races around here were pretty fun. Yeah, that is no longer a thing now. So, we are about to head into qualifying for the first time here in Imola. We've got Q1 up first, then Q2 and Q3, assuming we make it into those sessions. Our quality pace so far isn't looking too bad. I think, actually, we should be, it should be okay to go 110. So, we'll give it a go and see how it works. But, yeah, we need to be on it for qualifying. But, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's head into Q1 here in qualifying and see what we can do.
Welcome
We all know
along,
Vince is
everybody,
secretly
to
working on
Imola,
F125
just
behind the
down road
scenes.
from Ferrari HQ.
We'll find out if it's a good game then.
Know a thing or two about pace, and
Working on the
pace
black
today
screen
is
glitch.
king. It's qualifying day, and it's great to have you with us.
Yeah, it's actually that lawsuit that I've got going right now. All right, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to qualifying here in Imola. So, the weather forecast is saying it's going to be dry. It will be a bit cloudy at the start, but no rain is forecast for the entire weekend. So, we will see. What up, Truck? How's it going, mate? Imagine Vince the F125 game trailer. To be fair, they have had content creators in the F1 trailers before. So, maybe. Obviously, I've got a couple of content creators face scanned for previous games as well. So, maybe that'll be me one day. You never know. Maybe you guys can use my face. You poor bastards having to deal with me on the game. You have to deal with me on the stream. Now you got to deal with me in game. Ugh. It'd be so over for you. So over. Right, let's give a couple minutes here. We'll go down to the 16-minute mark, roughly. If we get lap time or two put down early, actually, that'd be good. Are you on a lap? Yeah, Yuki's on a lap. Let's see what Yuki does for his first lap. Then we'll head out on track for our first one as well. What up, Cyrus? What up, Liam? We're not pulling the American strat out and suing everyone. But that's what people told me to do. How's the hand? The hand is handing. .25.8 in the middle sector for Yuki. So his final sector is. Our personal best in practice was a 14.3, I think it was. So let's see what the reference will be from Yuki Tsunoda in the first lap. At the final corner he goes. And across the line it will be a 14.9. Seems beatable. Seems beatable, but to be fair, the track is probably still a little bit greasy and raw right now. So might not be as quick, but we'll see.
Let's go.
Did you increase the AI for quali? Yes. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we're 110 for quali. We'll probably drop it a couple clicks again for the race. But just for quali, I think it's okay to use max AI. Doing my own DatGuyVince F1 career, I want that next game. Imagine. Imagine. You guys would definitely make me bin it every single race. I know you would. I know you would. Prediction up in the chat as well for those on Twitch. Before we make it through to Q2, make sure to get predictions up. Gamble your points. So I know you guys are gambling addicts around here. You'd be in the Sauber? Yep. You'd all put me in the Sauber. You'd make me bin it turn one every race. Maybe you would, like, T-bone Stroll a couple times as well. I know you guys. I know you guys too well. Just finished the Chinese Grand Prix. You got robbed by the safety car. What? Oh, were you talking about in the career? Sorry, I thought you were talking about the one yesterday. I think you're talking about the career, right? There's a lot of cars around me. I don't like it. Minaj, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. Yeah, I remember that one in the career. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. It was in such a good place until that safety car came out. But, what can you do? What can you do? Oh, my tires are very chilly. Okay.
We've dropped to P20.
My tires are a bit cold right now, but I'll have to make do for the time being. All right, let's do this. First lap Q1. Let's lock in, ladies and gentlemen. Where can we put Arthur Leclerc for our first lap? Our banker lap in the opening session. Hopefully, we can only do one lap, but let's see. Oh, yeah, we're understeering. Tire's definitely too cold. Doesn't feel too bad, but that first sector was definitely tough. Down to line we go. 14-1 from Verstappen. How's it going to be for ourselves across the line? 14-5 is not too shabby and puts us into 8th place, right in between Danny Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon. One of the Ferraris, 2 of the Ferraris actually, both of them have just gone above us as well, so that drops us down to P10. Not too sure if there's anyone else yet to do a lap, but for now, that will wedge us into the 10th spot. And hopefully might be enough for Q2. We'll have to wait and see, but Sergio Perez goes P10, knocks us down to P11. So, yeah, we might have to go again here, mightn't we? We may have to go again.
We've dropped to P11.
I'm also doing an Arthur Leclerc career mode and just done a 100% race around Miami in the wet. Do you want me to contact a therapist? I will pay for your therapist. I'm so sorry you had to do that. I'm really sorry you had to do that. That pains me inside to hear that.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Like, Miami is one thing in the wet. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I cannot tell you how fast I would have pressed retire from session in that one. What up, Magnus? Bassett, thanks for following as well, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Unfortunately, Vince, my C1 is faster than the Williams. What about the straight line speed, though? Maybe in corners, but what about straight line? Hungary and Rain is another boring race? I don't know. Wait, are you talking about in-game or in real life? Because one of the best Hungary races was because it was wet. 2021. If you remember. You know, the Bottas bowling, Stroll bowling. If you know, you know. I did get a P2 on 104 AI. That's not too bad, to be fair. I do feel like they did fix up the AI in Miami, because they used to be stupidly overpowered. We was on 108 quite comfortably, so I do think they did finally fix the AI in Miami. Can I get your thoughts on the lineup for tomorrow? F175 event? Yeah, where is it? Did you post it somewhere? What's the lineup? Ah, here we go. Let's have a look. I did see Jack Whitehall is presenting. Announced the host and global music lineup ahead of, yeah. See, I knew Jack Hall was presenting. Kane Brown. Machine Gun Kelly. Take that? What is this? Why is Machine Gun Kelly? No, Brian Tyler's fine. I had no problem with Brian Tyler. He's fine. But that music lineup is weird. I'm only familiar with MGK. You never heard of Take That, really? Yeah. Machine Gun Kelly's a weird pick. Are they doing, like, a live performance, basically? I will not be watching that. I'm just there to look at cars, no offense. Is it bad? I don't know anyone. Surely you've heard of Take That. Google Take That. You'll know a song from Take That. I know you will. I'm not too sure which one would be their most famous song, but Google Take That and listen to some of their songs. You'll know some of them. You'll know it. Live performances. Oh, that Machine Gun Kelly performance is going to be tough, isn't it? Very, very tough. Right, where are we right now? So we're just less than 5 tenths off from Verstappen so far. That's actually not too bad. Alex Albon in P14. We are 3 tenths up on Hulkenberg. Probably gonna have to do another lap here, aren't we? I don't know, MGK, because his career got destroyed by Eminem to the point you have to change genres. Yeah. He's been to a couple of Grand Prix as well, and he was really, like, arrogant on the grid. I think he, like, refused to speak to Martin Brundle on the grid walk and stuff like that. Yeah, I told you, Lucas. Is your finger fully healed? My thumb? Mostly. Yuki Tsunoda with that bottom 5 isn't good for him either. K-Mag, Bottas, Zhou in the bottom 5 as well. Yeah, I do feel like we might have to do another lap here. I think we need to improve that first sector mostly. If the second section and the third sector's good, we'll probably be okay, but yeah, that first sector needs a bit of improvement. Okay, so probably going to be targeting maybe a 10th, maybe 2/10 this next lap. I think we will use... I think we'll use the same tyre. We'll have to do a bit of a better job on the warm-up, essentially, so... I'll tell you what, I might do it now, actually. Yeah, do you know what? Let's do it. Let's do the lap now rather than at the end of the session.
We're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
DatGuyVince #1 fan with the Twitch Prime as well. Now you're starting to prove that you're #1 fan. Now you're starting to prove it. Thank you much for the Twitch Prime #1 fan. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been chat to welcome into Vince fan for the first time with that Twitch Prime. I appreciate you. MGK was good when I saw him live. To be fair, I mean, his type of music isn't really mine anyway, so it's not my type. I don't mind take that, but MGK is just a yikes, yeah. Yeah, take that I don't... Yeah, I agree. Take that I don't mind either. I don't know who the other guy was, to be honest. I was unfamiliar with him. Not really mine either, to be fair. Was out at festival, only reason I saw him, but wasn't bad. Fair enough. Fair enough. I just don't really know if his kind of music would really fit into the whole F1 theme, but I guess we'll see. I'm more interested in looking at the cars, but I'm sure Brian Taylor will perform the F1 theme song tomorrow. You think? I was fully expected to start busting out some rap lyrics or something, but...
Just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Maybe I'm wrong. It's a little bit cold still, but better than before at least. They're not in the 60s. Right. MG UK fits in with F1. I mean, that is quite literally true. Alright, let's lock in real quick. Oh my god, that was close.
That's 5 minutes to go. We've dropped to P11.
Good last couple of corners. Nice, P9. I think that lap should be enough. 14.4. We improved by just under 2/10 there, so not bad, actually. Not bad at all. That'll be enough to get us through to Q2, I reckon. Danny Ricciardo right now is ahead of Sergio Perez in qualifying. He will definitely need to change that around, the Mexican. Otherwise, bro's getting dropped in the game as well. But yeah, that lap is much, much better. What track is this? Hungary? No, this is Imola. What up, Random? What up, Carter? What up, Deadcool? Can I watch F1 75 on Sky Sports? I would imagine so. I would imagine so. Community race was nice yesterday. For the most part, until, you know, I had a random track glitch. I have a suspicion that F175 is going to flop. Honestly, it'll probably do okay. I think F175 will do okay. I honestly do like the idea of it, I'll be honest. It's on YouTube too, right? Yes, it should be. It'll probably get streamed on, like, all the available platforms that they can do it on, essentially. They'll be on, like, all the subscription services. It'll be, hopefully, on YouTube for most people as well, but... It might be geolocked for some countries. I just don't know which ones. Haas leaked their livery and Williams just outright revealed it. See, that Williams reveal, was that actually their livery? Because I'm fairly certain that was their testing livery they revealed. I don't think it was their actual livery. I think it was just showing off the car in terms of, like, its parts and stuff. How it will look on the track. That was their testing, they said that? Yeah, I thought so. The Haas one? Yeah, the Haas one was questionable. I did see the supposed leaks of that.
Though I'm rarely here, months are still ticking XD unreal how time goes by.
44 indeed, Tommy. Bad number, though. Bad number. I need to change that. But thank you much for the 44 months, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Ferrari got Tommy now? Apparently so, yeah. Apparently so. Ladies and gentlemen, give that salute in chat to welcome Tommy Instant for 44 as well. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing good. I heard somewhere that the pre-reveals are for the 2025 car with unofficial liveries. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's what I was under the assumption of. Because I thought there'd be some sort of, like, contractual agreement that they all use the livery at the same time for the event. But, yeah. If the Haas livery is their livery for this season, then a bit of a shame that it got leaked, but... The camo McLaren look good. Eh. I don't know. Sometimes camo liveries don't look amazing, in my opinion. Their race suit, though, was interesting. Their race suit was very interesting. Alex Albon up to P10, by the way. He got a good improvement. Haas was too good to be a testing livery. Yeah, Haas didn't have, like, a camo theme. And usually the testing livery, they have some sort of camo on the car. But Haas didn't have any camo on that leak, so... It could well be the actual livery, but... We'll find out in 24 hours, I guess. Nice, Tommy. Let's go, dude. You'll be free on the Hungarian road soon. I'll make sure not to visit. Who's first out on track here to a lap? Well, let's go with Hulkenberg. No, let's go Tsunoda. I think he's in that bottom 5 right now, isn't he? Yep. Was it in the Haas budget? Yeah, maybe. Sydney, next up follow as well. Appreciate you. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Heights aren't accurate. You can see his helmet. It's true. It's very true. 24-0 in the first set of 25-6 in the middle. I think we're faster in both. Let's see how it'll be as he crosses the line then. I think he's up on his own time. We're not going to find out, actually, because we're going to run out of time. But we are through to Q2, ladies and gentlemen, as is our teammate, Alex Albon. I tell you what, pretty tight throughout qualifying there, isn't it? The top 15 only separated by 0.6. That's pretty close. That's pretty damn close. So 110 AI, obviously, looking pretty good so far. But the top 9 separated by less than 0.2. So all the top teams are very, very close together so far. But at the moment, it's Max Verstappen who's fastest so far here in Imola. Carlos Sainz in second, with Lando Norris in third. Alonso, Piastri, Leclerc in that top 6, with Russell, Perez, Hamilton, and ourselves all in the top 10. Lance Stroll in P11, Alex Albon in P12, Ricciardo, Ocon, and Gasly all getting through to Q2 as well. Leaving us in Q1 then will be Yuki Tsunoda. He didn't do enough to get through to the second qualifying session. Kevin Magnussen in P17, Bottas in P18, Hulkenberg in P19, splitting those two Saubers with Zhou Guanyu in 20th and last place. So those are your 5 being eliminated in Q1 and won't make any further part of qualifying. But P10 and P12 for the Williams is not too bad so far. Hopefully, we can try and keep pushing on this and get into Q3. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Q2. What up, White Tiger? Back in the Stone Age, aka 2016, that gap from P1 to 15 was from P1 to P3 on a good day. That's one decent thing about the regulation, is to be fair, they have brought the pack closer. It's just that the racing still isn't amazing. They brought the pack closer in terms of all, like, the performance and stuff, but It's still not perfect. Let's say that. What up, Declan? Why did I keep the throttle pin, Vince? You'd have to tell me, mate. You would have to tell me. Let's use this old soft here as well. I don't think we'll be using a soft tire in the race. I think the race strategy will be a medium hard or a hard medium. But of course, in the event of a safety car, it would be nice to have a fresh soft. So we'll use this old soft for our first lap and see how we do.
That's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Do you think the Red Bull livery could be different this year? I don't think so. I don't think so. 2016 is 10 years ago next year? Yeah, it's a bit of a wild thought, isn't it? That would mean it's been 10 years since I left school. That's a damn thought. I don't like that thought. I feel like I only left school like a year ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2016 I left school. Unk, yeah. I think I might be getting close to Unk status for sure. I know Fabio's basically there now, so I belong to Liam. We've got a Modu compile the prediction. Okay, Craig can't do it because of his he predicted on it. I don't know if Dewey or Halleck's here. How old is Fabio? He turned 29 yesterday. What's the answer? Well, it made it through to Q2, so you left school in 2003. Wow. I do sometimes miss school. Like, I hated education. I still do. But school was so easy to, like, hang out with friends. And that's the one thing I wish I valued more was, like, being able to meet up with friends easier. If I try and meet up with friends now, like, we got to try and find time where we're not working, where our schedules align, we're not doing anything else. Like, it's long, man. Take back to the school days where you could just meet up just there and then. I'm already an uncle twice now. I can't be an uncle. I'm an only child. Unless, like, I was, like, a step-uncle or something, but yeah, I'm an only child, so got a slide on turn 2. We can never meet up because Ryan's always busy. That man just doesn't tell us when he isn't working. I mean, we could very comfortably plan something. He just doesn't talk to us. I can be the channel grandpa. You'd have to fight 80 for that, I reckon. Ooh, big slide at Aqua. That lap felt a bit scrappy. A lot of sliding on the rear. Tyres probably weren't warmed up very well, but yeah, 15.2. That didn't feel like a great lap. And kind of proved that way. Very slidey. Very, very slidey. What's my day job? I'm a engineer.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
An electronic engineer. My sisters are perpetually single, so I have to wait a while for my brothers have kids to finally achieve unk status. Yeah. I mean, you can still always be the hypothetical, I guess, if you wanted to be. You can go for hypothetical unk status. No, Russell, don't do this. I'm going over here. There you go. That's usually the trick to get them away. Is to go off the track. You're an uncle 7 times, damn. Either one of your siblings has gone crazy, or you have a good few siblings. Who do I think is going to challenge for WDC this year? Lando and Charles. Is Dana an only child? No, she has a few siblings. Game name? F124. Missed the last few races. How do we do? What was the last race you watched, if you remember? And I can tell you from there, I think. If I remember. We basically got points every single race, other than than Japan. That's the only race we've not scored points in. This isn't Roblox Racing Simulator? Nah. Do you know what? I've actually, recently on my FYP, I've actually got Roblox videos from this Roblox Racing League thing. I've had it like 3 or 4 times now. I'm starting to get a bit scared. I feel like it's targeted towards me for some reason. But there's been this like Roblox Racing League that keeps coming up on my page. And there's like highlights of their races. And I actually watched one of them. That's probably why I get them now. I watched one of them just out of pure curiosity to see how weird it was. And it was by far the weirdest thing I've ever watched. I get Minecraft races on ice. I've seen that as well. I've seen that too. Ferrari and McLaren get the battle for the ages IMO. I could see that. I could definitely see that. X is secretly recruiting you? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You're in Roblox Formula 1 leagues? Maybe it's you, Lucas. Maybe it's you. I only watched those after Verstappen announced he was addicted to Minecraft. Verstappen is a gamer at heart. We love that. We love that. I feel like at some point, our community is going to enter our 2-week Minecraft phase. I feel like it's a bit overdue. At some point in the next few weeks, I could see that being a topic. Trying to get a server going again for 2 weeks before we eventually lose interest in it. It's going to happen. We're due it. Good times, Halbeck. AM7, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. What was my dream job as a child? I always wanted to be a racing driver when I was young. So, I guess it's kind of cheap to say that, but I always liked the idea of being like a pit mechanic as well. But I never really kind of followed that, really. I know we're the same age, Vince, but if my memory resides, I'm younger than you. What? How can you be younger than me if we're in the same age? Technically, you are a racing driver? Yeah, just put, like, arcade racer in front of it or something. Minecraft 2 weeks back? It could be, you know. It could be. Well, the special Crash Series race would be in Roblox. Honestly, imagine we actually do that at some point. Wildcard is we do a Roblox or Minecraft ice race. Imagine the scenes. Right, let's go to the last few minutes. We'll go to about the 3-minute 30 mark, roughly, I think. That should do about there. Right. So, Verstappen fastest so far, 13.6 is his fastest lap. I think we did a 14.4, was it, in Q1. So, we need to go a bit faster this time. We need to try and aim for about a 14.1, 14.2. So, just over a second faster is probably what we need to aim for right now. Alex Sab wants it at 14.4, so that's about what we did in Q1. So, bit tight this actually, isn't it? Bit tight. Right, 3 minutes to go. We'll go to about the 2-minute 30 mark and head out for this final lap in Q2. May I join? This is a career mode, mate. Get some mods going. See, I don't know. Some mods can ruin Minecraft. There are some mods out there which really do kill the whole vibe of Minecraft, in my opinion. I've always loved the idea of vanilla. I don't know, Deadpool. I was born in May, so... Nothing to do, really, in vanilla? Of course there is. What are you talking about? You do seem pretty vanilla, to be fair. I am a self-proclaimed basic bitch, you know. Eventually, you know, I'll be a Starbucks girly and all that sort of thing. Post it on Instagram stories and that. Then I'm truly vanilla. Can I buy you a Fnatic wheel and pedals? Yeah, just send me £1,000. I'll got you covered. If you qualify top 5 in Q3, I'll ask my crush out. Okay. You should do it anyway, really.
We've dropped to P15.
You're young. Taylor Swift, Gracie Abrams. Can't get more basic white gold than that. I don't even know who that is, that second one. I know Taylor Swift, obviously. Everyone knows Taylor Swift, but don't know the second person. Let's get a little more time tip at the front. Not bad. That'll do. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it then. Final lap of Q2. If we don't find enough of improvement here, we could well be knocked out in this session as well. We need to lock in here. We need to focus up. Let's give it everything. Lock in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. My game stuttered a bit there, but thankfully it didn't hurt me too much. Only 5% so far. Oh, this is going to be tight, isn't it? This is going to be tight. Over the line we go. It's about 1.2, just under on the delta. How's it going to be? P9, we are through to Q3. That lap was enough to find us into the final qualifying session of the day. We had to really push it in that final sector. But to be fair, got a pretty nice gap there, haven't we? Got a pretty nice gap. Max Verstappen, ladies and gentlemen, is on top once again in Q2. He was on top in Q1. It does it. Oh, excuse me. It does it again for the second qualifying session. Oscar Piastri in second place as well. Lando Norris in third. Hamilton, Russell, Charles Leclerc in sixth there as well. Alonso, Sainz, ourselves, and Sergio Perez all in that top 10. But we've got a pretty nice gap to Lance Stroll in P11 there, haven't we? He did a 14.4. We did a 14.0. So good pace of qualifying that. Not bad at all. Alex Albon then, unfortunately, will not get through to Q3. He's down in P12, but not a bad place to start for this Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly in 13th. Danny Ricciardo in 14th. And Esteban Ocon down in 15th there as well. But P9 for ourselves, not bad at all. I think getting anything more than that is going to be very, very tricky. We've got a lot of very tough competitors in Q3. So getting anything more than a P9 is going to be very, very tricky. But let's see what we can do for this final qualifying session. The fact I just randomly stumbled across your stream on TikTok one day and now you're my favorite streamer is just amazing. Happy to hear that, White Tiger. Happy to provide you with the good content. Appreciate it. 412 or Dat, thanks for following us on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. What do you think of the new Lamborghini wheel from Monza? It looks really cool. I actually got to see one in like the flesh when I was in Sweden. I went to the DreamHack convention. There was like a Monza affiliated stand there, and they had some of their new wheels there, and they had the Gyro one, they had the Lamborghini one. They look sick. Really, really sick. Didn't get to like use it on a wheel or anything, but I got to hold it and feel it when it was disconnected. Feels really cool. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another prediction up in the chat for you. Will we get a top 8 in qualifying here? Gonna be very tough. I think this is probably, looking at all this, that's probably the toughest Q3 we can ask for, isn't it? Both the Red Bulls, both the McLarens, both the Mercedes, both the Ferraris, and Fernando Alonso competing against us. I think getting anything more than a P9 is going to be very, very difficult. We need something extraordinary, really, don't we? And I don't see it happening, but you never know. You never know. Wild things have happened. Wild things have happened. Right, let's go with the old soft for our first lap, and then we'll use the fresh soft directly after.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Fernando Alonso's inside that Aston Martin that I mentioned. Do you think it's worth it at that price? How much is it again? I think it's just over 1,000, is it? What's the AI like in Imola? In qualifying, a bit weak, I would say. But in the race, a bit strong. They're a little bit imbalanced between the two. I know they make a lot of mistakes here, though. They often lock up at this corner up here and go straight on into the gravel. You might see that a couple times in the race today. So they are very mistake-prone here. Which might get you an extra position or two. Is it 1,500, is it? Yeah, I don't know if I'd pay 1,500. If it was maybe just under 1,000, I would contemplate it. But yeah, 1,500 is a bit much. I guess just because it's got the Lamborghini logo is probably the selling point, really, isn't it? So... But it is really cool. I hate the track limits at Imola. Yeah, I have it set to regular around here because they are broken. Absolutely broken. I'll obviously try and keep within track limits, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to try and be stupid with it and use all the curbs to my advantage. But yeah, even being on the white line will sometimes invalidate you, so... It's very stupid. Yeah, there was a lot of doubters there, huh? A lot of doubters. It does, gangster, yep. It does. That's why Ferrari merch is so damn expensive, because you're paying for the brand. Alright, here we go. First lap of Q3. Lando Norris goes fastest, 13.5. I'd be very surprised if we get the 13s on this lap, but let's see. Front tire is still a little bit low on temp, really. I might increase the pressure, actually. Or drop the pressure, I should say, for the next lap. Didn't feel like an amazing lap, but let's see. Yeah, 14.6. Last place, as expected. I mean, a 14.6 isn't terrible on an old tire, to be fair. It's not terrible. But as expected, it is going to be a P10. We've got one more lap, but I think finding a timeout this is going to be virtually impossible, isn't it? Did EA say anything about F125 release date? Nothing yet. We might get some news later this month, but... Yeah, radio silence at the moment. I would imagine, though, it'll be around mid to late May, is my prediction. Maybe a touch earlier, but most likely late May. Sneaky, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully we can sneak up a couple positions. EA won't pull an SI. Yeah, that whole FM calamity was a disaster. Absolute PR disaster. I tried it and loved it, but for that much, I'd rather do something else with my money. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I mean, Monza have a lot of other wheels which are equally just as good for a better price. Like, they just released the FSR2. I think that's like 600-700, something like that. You know, half the price of the Lamborghini one. And in my opinion, I think it looks amazing. I love the whole customizable dash thing. I did contact Monza to see if they wanted to do a collab with me on that, but unfortunately they said they didn't reply, actually. They didn't say anything. They didn't reply. But I'd love to have got my hands on one of those. Maybe I will in the future, but... SI win to Ineos School of PR? Yeah, something like that. Next, I'll start buying these random-ass players that just have no ability. I don't know what's going to change F125. Probably nothing. I think the main focus... Well, I hope the main focus will be the handling model. That's where my fingers are crossed for, but... I'm brand new to sim racing. The Thrustmaster TMX has treated me well so far. Yeah, it's a good wheel to start with. Definitely. The TMX, the T180, they're all pretty good. wheelbase to get you going. Obviously, got the Logitech side as well, like the G923 and stuff, but yeah, Thrustmaster do some good entry-level stuff. The Lamborghini logo just got an extra 300 that price. Honestly, to be fair, probably more than that. Probably a good 500, 600 maybe. Because the wheel itself is pretty cool, but, you know, the wheel itself shouldn't be more than 1,000, that's for sure. My best lap on Imola is a 15.4. How did you get a 14.6? We did a 14.0 earlier. Lots of patience when it comes to this track. You need to really, really, really maximize track limits, which is difficult around here because the track limits are broken. So maximum corner speed is essential around a track like this. Opinions on a G920. Good starting wheelbase, for sure. Very good starting wheelbase. Watch the wheel. The Mazda FSR. Any thoughts on Lewis going to Ferrari? Nice to see him in reds. I think the first year will be a bit of a struggle, but I think 2026 onwards could be a good opportunity for him. What's your thoughts now on Miami after the amazing performance the other day? My opinion on Miami does not change. I did jokingly say that I loved Miami afterwards as a joke, but of course, you know, agenda-driven people will think that now I love Miami and stuff. No, I still hate Miami. My thoughts haven't changed. I will never love Miami. Not until they did do some big track layout configurations will I ever like Miami. Who here has that agenda? Probably the people with a green sword, to be fair, K-Gray. They'll be the first, actually, to have that agenda. You know, jokes aren't allowed on air. Yeah. Maybe I've got to start saying /S in dialogue or something. Top 3 tracks on this game. Spain, Jeddah, and... Japan. I would say. Right. 3 minutes to go. New softs are bolted on. Are we on minimum fuel? We are indeed. Let's also adjust the pressure a little bit. I'm going to drop the tire pressure on the front because the tires in the front are taking a bit of time to warm up. So I'm going to drop the front pressures by about 1.5 psi. That should allow a bit more temperature for the out lap and hopefully will give us a bit more grip at the start of the fast lap. So we are currently 0.6 off Carlos Sainz in P9. We need to comfortably break into the 13s to get a few positions here. So we need about 0.8 to try and get a top 8 maybe. So it's going to be very, very difficult. Everyone's heading out now, so let's follow along. Let's follow along. Basically, gangster, yeah. Basically. Or just drop a nuke on it. But obviously, I hope that nuke doesn't hurt anyone, you know. I hope it's just, like, only the track layout that gets hurt. I hope everyone else is okay otherwise, though. I don't care about that. I just want the track gone. Maybe they should shape the nuke to the layout of Miami so it only affects Miami. That pic of him with the F40 was worth the switch by itself. To be fair, that was one of the coldest photos I think we'll ever see in F1. That was very cold. Did you see the F40 that crashed into a sheep? No. That's not a sentence I thought I'd ever hear. Alright, how's tire temp? Bit better. Still need that front a little bit warmer though. But overall, bit better. You're on the dark side, Scotty. Run. Run. Run far. Yeah, front temps are a bit better. Still not perfect, but they are better. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 48 seconds left to go in Q3. And it's time for our final lap. Can we try and find something here to wedge just a little bit higher up than at 10th place? Let's give everything. Lock in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's push hard.
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session.
Ooh, slides. Not ideal. Good outcome in a rally. Not a great chicane. It's not going to be a great lap, is it? This is going to be a P10. Bit of improvement in the last 2 corners, but that lap will unfortunately not put us any higher. 14-1 over the line, and that is P10, ladies and gentlemen. We did well to get into Q3, but we saw that lineup that we had around us, and we knew getting anything more than a P10 would be very tricky. So unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, P8 is where we, P10, sorry, is where we finish, but still on course for points. Still on course for points, and that's what we care about. So, Max Verstappen makes it 3 for 3 for qualifying here in Imola. He will start on pole position to Lando Norris right behind him. Close lap times between the two, though. Only 300 separating them at the end of qualifying. Charles Leclerc in 3rd place. Lewis Hamilton in 4th. They'll occupy the 2nd row together. Alonso and Russell on the 3rd row, with Perez and Piastri in the 4th. And then, of course, Carlos Sainz in 9th, with ourselves joining him in 10th place as well. We finished in 10th and a half off him. So, unfortunately, couldn't break into the 13s. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. P10 is where we'll start, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. You lost like half a tenth on the hairpin. Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest lap, but like I said, I think getting anything extraordinary out of that was always be very difficult. So, do you think there'll be a breaking point 3 to F125? No idea. I honestly kind of hope not, because I want development to be put on the game actually being improved. If they bring a breaking point 3 out, I might be a little bit skeptical of the game, because that would make me question where their priority actually lies. They need to improve the game. I don't think they need to add a breaking point 3 right now. Once the game's in a good position, then yeah, maybe we can look at that. But at the moment, I don't want to see a breaking point 3. I don't want to see it. Put the development of the game into actually making the game better. We don't need more features right now like that. Were the AI easiest in this game? Ooh. Saudi, they're pretty easy. Belgium, they're quite easy. Mexico, I think they're quite easy as well. Yeah, probably those 3 tracks, I'd say. Canada, no, Canada, they're actually pretty strong at. Yeah, I'd say those 3. I'd say those 3. Check general on Discord. Oh, wow. That'll be, that'll be an expensive fix. Especially with it being an F40. P2 in Miami? Yeah, we had a crazy race in Miami. We had an absolutely crazy race in Miami. Monza or Fanatec? Monza, by far. Yeah, Miami, to be fair, we did have a bit of luck in Miami. There was a late safety car, which allowed us to pit onto fresh softs. The rest of everyone else stayed out on medium tires. So we went onto fresh softs at the end. And, yeah, that got us the P2. So we got quite lucky in that sense, but I guarantee it won't be that smooth sailing the entire career, that's for sure. Last career in Spa Sunk was up with the AI. Depends what sense you mean it in, I guess. Why Monza? I think Monza's ecosystem's a lot better than Fanatec's. I think their value for money as well is a lot better than Fanatec's. Plus their support, from what I've seen, is a lot better than Fanatec's as well. Although Fanatec with Corsair now do seem to have improved in support. So I might diminish that point. But yeah, value for money-wise, product-wise, ecosystem-wise, all much better than Fanatec in my opinion. Much, much better. I'm not affiliated with Monza in any way, shape, or form. I've never collaborated with them, not partnered with them, not sponsored by them. I just think their products are excellent. I think they're very, very good products. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado then, it is time to get underway for some action here in Imola. We've got 63 laps of racing action beckoning upon us in North Italy, and hopefully we can try and get a good result. We obviously got a P2, our first podium of the season last time out in Miami. Are we going to do that again? Probably not. What we are going to do, though, is we are going to drop the AI a couple clicks, because their AI, the race pace was a bit stronger than in the quali pace. So we've dropped the AI a little bit for the race, but yeah. Good streamer might just buy and try this game. I think it might... Someone said it was free somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I think it might be only on Xbox, maybe. I can't remember. There is a way, depending on what console you're on, to get the game for free. Alternatively, it might be on sale right now, so... Is it EA app? You might be right. Yeah. You might be right. F1 Manager's free on Epic, yeah. But this game is free right now on the EA app, apparently. So maybe have a look at that, Science. If you're on PC. If you're on Xbox and PlayStation, I'm not too sure. But you might find some deals somewhere, so... If you find it on a good discount, I'd recommend it. But otherwise, maybe wait until the next game. We're only a few months away, so... Alright! Ladies and gentlemen, while the race slows up, I'm going to go take a quick tunnel break. I'll be with you guys in a few moments' time. And then we'll return for 63 laps of F1 action here in Miami in just a few moments.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Leclerc, Stroll, Albon, Gasly, Ricciardo, Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Bottas, Hülkenberg, and Zhou Guanyu. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, you know, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're on PC? Yeah, so if you're on PC, if you load up the EA app, you might see it free on there. Alternatively, you could probably just buy the EA Play thing, and then you'll be fine. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go then. So, P9 is where we start. Someone behind us has a penalty. Or someone in front of us has a penalty, I should say. Who would that be? Fernando Alonso starting P15, so that jumps us up to P9, and our teammate Alex Albon also starts in 11th place now as well. He was P12, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Right, I am seeing a few drivers opting for the hard tyres, so they're going to try and do the alternate strategy. Usually, it is a one-stop round here, and that is what it's suggesting. Let's say that's personalized as well. Do we do mediums chat to start with? Out of curiosity, if you lost your job, would Twitch be enough to support you? No, not really. Not really. Yo, do you want to do a 1v1? If I win, you'll give me any steering wheel. No. Bro, start? Buddy, I just got back from the toilet. Jeez. Pit lane is way too long for the one stop. Literally, yeah. So it's either going to be we start on the mediums or start on the hards. That's the question. We either start on the mediums or start on the hards. I don't think the two stop's viable. Like you say, that pit lane is way too long. Wait, is this doable? Is that doable? You said 63 laps in Miami, not Imola. Sorry, I'm still celebrating the Miami win too much. Or the Miami P2, I should say. Start on the mediums. Damn. Damn. Hands washed, always. They're very, very tight on time. Very, very, very tight on time. They're both 11.3s. That's tough, actually, isn't it? That's really tough. I'll drop the fuel a little bit, not too much. No proof of that, Vonk. You want me to record myself going to the toilet next time, just for you? Would that make you feel better? I feel like I'm asking too much to softs if I do this, though, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can use softs. I don't think we can do softs. I think we're going to have to do mediums here, aren't we? I don't think the soft tire is going to work. Probably something like this we do that. So yeah, this is ultimately a strategy of do we start the mediums or the hards. That's it. That is it. We either start the mediums or the hards. I don't think the soft's viable. Yeah, we'll keep a soft in play. We'll keep the soft spare just in case for a safety car or red flag, like you say. Do hards first, try and stay in DRS. Hards. You think hards, chat? Mediums don't want to lose too many positions in the start. That is the thing, really, isn't it? If we do start on hard tires, we are going to lose track position. And we have to be accepting of that, basically. The grip will take a while to come in. And those medium tires have a lot more grip early on, so... But, in contrary to that, that medium tire at the end will have so much grip. And be very quick. We might even get a faster lap out of it, who knows? Probably not, but, you know. That's straight diabolical. You'd lose three places minimum. Keep hard and hope for a safety car. I have seen quite a few people saying start hard, so I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do it. Will it make that many places on mediums? I don't think so. I think we can. Our pace should be strong, but... Where do we start? P9. Qualified P10, but a penalty to Alonso. Starts as P9. Alright, we're going to start on the hards, chat. We're going to start on the hards. It is going to be a full dry race. No rent expected here either, so... yeah, hards, mediums probably is the best way to go, I reckon. Right. Prediction. This is a tough prediction, actually, isn't it? This is going to be a very tough prediction to call. Should we try and go for top 10? Or maybe just a top 8? There might be a couple DNFs in this race, but whether they'll benefit us or not too sure right now. Just patent info from a bronze pack. Nice. Go for top 20. Very useful. Top 10. Did you adjust the AI? Yeah. Yeah, I went back down to 108. Like I say, the AI's race pace around here is a bit harder than their quali pace, so 108 should be perfect, I reckon. If so, do top 8. If not, then top 10. I'm down for that. How about no bending it? To be fair, if you guys remember, last time we did a 100% Imola, we did crash out. It was late in the race. There was a bit of rain. We were on a slick tire. Unfortunately, with the greasy conditions, we did manage to find our good friend Barry for the first time. So, we do have a bad history here. We do have a bit of a bad history. Williams v Aston v Alpine? Nah, I don't think so. Let's just keep it simple. Let's go top 8. Let's go top 8. Will we get a top 8 here in Imola? We'll keep it nice and simple. I remember that turn 2, 3. A little bit later now, it was turn 5, I think it was. Turn 5 and 6. The second chicane, basically. We were making our way out the exit of that. Spun up the wheels on the curb, and then locked up into the barrier. It was tough. It was tough. Did the AI still try to murder everyone in that first chicane? They do like to outbreak themselves quite a lot, yeah. So they probably will continue doing it. Yeah, you might have 2K, I'm not too sure. All good on my end, Gregor. All good on my end. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, it is time to head into this race here in Imola. This is going to be a tricky one. Like I say, last time we did a 100% Imola race, we did crash out, which caused our first ever DNF. What was that? It's not light outside. It did cause our first ever DNF in that series, and we do not want to repeat history today, especially with how I performed over recent races. But we do start in P9 for this one, and hopefully we can try and continue that way and keep scoring points. Last time in Miami, we did score a P2. Hopefully, we can do something similar again this time. Peter, thank you very much for the 490 bits, mate. Appreciate that, dude. Very kind of you, buddy. This is a strategy we are opting for. We are going to start on the hard tires for 35 laps and then head over to the mediums for 28. It's the alternate strategy here. Everyone else, or most people at least, are starting on that medium tire, then going hards later on. There are a few others that are starting on hards. That includes ourselves, Piastri, Norris, Ocon, and I think that's it. So only a few drivers starting on that hard tire, so hopefully we can try and make the most of it and score ourselves a good position and continue our point scoring ways. Today's prediction, ladies and gentlemen, will be, can we finish in the top 8 here in Imola? Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get underway here in Imola for 63 laps of racing action here in San Marino. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up right now on the Twitch. Will we finish in the top 8 here in Imola? Get your predictions up on the Twitch right now. Gamble those points. And maybe you'll be able to afford some more cockpits later on. When the fun stops, stop. Front tyre's still a little bit cold, but we'll have to deal with it for the first lap. Rear tires aren't too bad, at least that's something. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Imola Grand Prix. 63 laps of racing action about to get underway here as we wait for everyone else to line up. Here we go then, 5 red lights here in Imola. These hard tires can be tricky. Away we go, the ladies and gentlemen. 5 red lights are out and we are racing here in Imola. Piastri doesn't get the greatest launch off the line. Lance Stroll gets an incredible launch down towards turn 2. Round the outside here, our teammate Alex Albon as we head into the apex turn 2. Lots of braking going on the apex here. Just got to take it nice and easy. And unfortunately, we have dropped a couple positions going from 9th all the way down to where Alex Albon was in 11th. But I guess probably expected on the hard tire, right? Probably expected. We'll try and sneak back up the inside of our teammate again at the hairpin, though. Coming to that position, Alex Albon on the outside. Just give him a bit of room. Tire's still a bit cold, but back into P10 we go. But what a start from Lance Stroll that was, wasn't it? Canadian going from 12th, I think it was, up to 9th. Very, very strong start from him. Let's keep working our way forwards, if we can. will be tricky on this hard tire, but bro's so buffed in this game. Through the chicane we go for the first time. To try and get our foot down. The wheel's spinning up still. Just got to be a little bit careful with battery here. Don't want to burn it up too much. Into the final 2 corners we go. Piastri is also on that hard tyre as well, so you can see all the hard tyres struggling so far. Charles Leclerc leading this race down towards turn 2. When we qualified P10, started P9. It was Fernando Alonso had a penalty, so he is down in P14, I think it was. Albon getting close out of turn 3 and 4. Into his fast left and right. Oh, a lot of understeer. Jesus Christ. Loads of understeer. If only was Stroll race like that in real life, right? We could never expect that from him. We just got to make sure we stay within DRS or Piastri for the time being. That'd be good. I think he's kind of struggling to stay with that top 8 for the time being. Do we have no on the grid to call names? Yeah, there'd be no hate watching. At least it's our resident safety car or something, you know? It gives us something to look forward to in a race, in that sense. Because a lot of the time, without a safety car, it's quite boring racing, so you need someone to be able to do it. I don't think even Stroll wants to race anymore. Didn't that man want to be like a tennis player or something? I'm pretty sure that was a thing he wanted to do growing up, was be a tennis player. Maybe we'll pursue that route again in the future, who knows? Yeah, Piastri's losing out to the guys in front of him. He's starting to struggle a little bit, Piastri. We're on the same tyre, though, so if we can stay with Piastri, we'll be basically with him the entire race, which would be good. He's in a much faster car, so... Tennis and skiing, and definitely not riding a bike, yeah. Yeah, not after, when was it, 2022, was it? When he broke his hand or something? From bike riding. Came third in my league, first league race last night. Nice, dude. Congrats. Struggling a little bit in that middle sector. The middle sector feels very understeery at the moment. Car not really feeling too comfortable on the hard tyres, but I think Piastri was just inside of DRS to Stroll there. It was close, but I think he got it. If Piastri loses DRS, we might be able to get past him. 17.9 from Lewis Hamilton. Mercedes van going fastest, 18.6 for ourselves. Piastri did get DRS, but he's too far back to make a move on anyone ahead of him. We're too far back to make a move on him as well, so... Same applies. Albon, hello. Don't try and make a move there, please. Thank you very much. Try and get our foot down. Come on. Team orders. We probably will get team orders at some point. We probably will get team orders.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Oh, someone's locked up. That's Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz looking up at Minerale. He's gone deep, and that will hold up everyone behind him. And that's just opened up a gap to the cars in front as well, and allows us to get very close to Piastri through this section. Here comes Albon as well, looking to try and get close. We're just keeping off on him to keep him at bay. Albon is faster. Can you confirm the message? Negative. Radio's breaking up. What's your average position in global time trials? Average position? I have no idea. Usually I'm like top 3-4% usually though. Typically. It's kind of difficult to give an average position because everything has a different amount of people, so... But usually I'm in top 3-4%. Which is probably like, what, top 15, 2,000, something like that, for most tracks. I did hear about that mix, yeah. I did hear about that. Come on, let's keep pushing. Hopefully these hard tyres will start firing up a bit more eventually. What are the requirements for Creator Series? Be a content creator, make engaging content. And, yeah, that's it, basically. There isn't really many requirements to it. And be over the age of 18. I think there's the only other, like, legal requirement, but... yeah. As long as you're a content creator, you make content, you make engaging content, and you've got a good community, you'll always have a chance. .18.7 that time around, so consistent lap times. Piastri's a bit struggle on the battery right now. But again, we'll just use that DRS to keep with him. We're kind of just been sitting in this position for the first 6 laps. We have lost 1 position so far this race, but nothing insane. Yeah, I don't really do time trials that much, to be fair. The only way I practice is in Grand Prix mode. Time trials isn't great for practicing. I mean, it's good to learn a track, but if you're looking to, you know, understand ERS management and qualifying and stuff, then it's not very good to do time trial. And it's also not very representative of the track grips you might get in the qualifying either. Plus, their setups are a bit mid in time trial too. Got up nicely in this chicane as we close up to the backside of Oscar Piastri. Oh, he went a little bit deep there. Just got a bit out of shape on the exit as well. Could we have a chance to get past the Aussie for the first time in this race? I've not got a lot of battery, but is there some capabilities in this very fast straight-lined Williams? Piastri struggling a bit as we head down through turn 1, and it's turn 2. Around the outside we go. Over Oscar Piastri. It's hard tyre versus hard tyre. Williams versus McLaren. Williams on top. And we do blitz past the outside of Oscar Piastri. Into 9th place we go. Back to where we started in this race. Problem is now, we haven't got DRS the guys in front because of that little scrap. I'll try and catch up, but I don't think we can. Tyres still feel very heavy right now, so... 1.4 to Stroll. We'll have to push quite hard in this final sector if we want it. Okay, might have overpushed. Might have overpushed. That will unfortunately cost us. Is Piastri going to go for it here? I hope not. No, he's not. Yeah, got that one a little bit wrong. And I think that'll allow Piastri to get past me here. Here we go. Oscar Piastri goes back into P9. Here comes Alex Albon as well. Is he going to have a chance, or is he too far back? I think he's too far back. So back into P9, P10 we go. A little bit disappointing. Am I looking forward to F175? It should be interesting. I like the idea of it, having everyone reveal their liveries at the same time. Or one after another, I guess, but... Oh, yellow flags! Oh, it's Stroll! Lance Stroll's got around! He's going backwards into the barrier, and he's done what he's doing best! Lance Stroll spins around at the hairpin. And that puts us back into P9 now. And Stroll jumps all the way to the back of the grid. Thank God he got it reversed and out the way, huh? That could have definitely ended in someone straight-lining him. But Lance Stroll doing what he's so notorious for. Thank you, Lance. Appreciate your work. Well, that gives us a better chance of getting points now, doesn't it? That definitely gives us a better chance of scoring some points. And maybe a top 8, too. Maybe a top 8. What up, Matthew? Here we go on Oscar Piastri then. We'll go around the outside once more. He should give that one up, to which he does. And back into P8 we go now. Our first net gain of the day. with a helping hand from a good friend. Oh, they're actually scrapping behind me. Piastri has to go be defensive against Albon there. He held him off, though. Can't even blame Stroll, I have to blame myself. Are you saying you're the reason why Stroll spun? Self-pity. Alright, I like the position we're in. Unfortunately, we have lost a bit of time to the guys in front because of that, but probably was going to happen anyway, to be fair.
3.6 seconds.
Probably was going to happen anyway. Did you notice the difference in FFP detail going from a Fanatec DD to a Moza? To be fair, the Fanatec I had wasn't a DD. It was a belt-driven one. I had the Club Sport V2.5, so... Unfortunately, I can't give an answer to that, I'm afraid. 18-3 that time around. Good lap. Not bad. Science X follows on me. Appreciate you, dudes. Some of the stuff that Rocket Powered Mohawk comes out with is fucking crazy.
Okay, Arthur.
That man does not have any sort of filter.
Let's try and close up the difference between them.
He has no filter at all. FYI are worried about the wrong people. They're worried about their drivers swearing when they got people like him around. Come on.
Okay, no issues with
3.4 to Paris. Did we gain?
Keep taking care of them.
I think we gained. Did we gain? Maybe they're holding each other up there. Maybe we can catch that top 7 then. Who knows? Three seconds. Yeah, we are catching. We'll probably lose out on the straight, unfortunately, but I think over the entire lap, we might be gaining. Kimi Antonelli was 13 during the first lockdown. That is pretty crazy, actually. I was 20, I think.
Okay, focus. We need
What up,
to stay
Alfonso?
on form.
Piastri does get by us at turn 2. However, I feel like these hard tyres are slowly coming up to their groove. Lap 11 now, so I wonder if the medium tyres might just start feeling it soon. We've already gained on the guys behind us of Ricciardo and Albon, so we're not in a bad spot here, are we? Not in a bad spot at all. Tyre wear wise, 10% in the rear right. Everything else looking pretty good. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. It's Azerbaijan on your calendar? Of course it is, yep. Every track is on the calendar right now. I'm sure next season, though, we'll probably swap Portugal in for most likely Miami again. Even though we hate Miami, but... Get right on Piastri again.
A second lap faster, 1 second.
Switching all the way down towards turn 2.
Leading our
We'll
teammate
blitz around the
by
outside.
3.8 seconds.
Back into P2 we go. P2? P8, sorry. It feels like a P2 again. I'll take, Todd. I'll take. But Arthur loves Miami. Sorry. I'm not doing it out of Arthur's interests. I'm doing it out of mine. Albon's in another time zone. Yeah, he's dropping a lot, isn't he? I think he's battling a lot with Ricciardo. I think it's just holding him back. 3.2 to Perez. That gap has stabilized to that group ahead. .9 to Perez. We're quick in these little corners here, aren't we? Should gain a bit in the chicane, I reckon. Let's see. We do indeed. It's good stuff. Is this season 1? It is indeed, yep. If we can get both Williams in the top 10, that'd be really good, though. I'd be very, very happy with that. Very, very happy. We actually gapped Piastri pretty hard there as well. 9/10 down towards turn 2. 18-0 on the lap time. So we were flying on that lap, weren't we? 18-0 is very good. I'm sure Piastri will close up through the lap, though.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.9 seconds.
The injury clip is now the top of all time in this channel. Yeah, people love that sort of thing, I guess, huh? They all have morbid mindsets. I don't know if we'll get taken down by Twitch. I hope not, but... it might do. You can't really see anything bad on there, so I don't know. Might stay up. Take that for what reason, though? Just because, like, the whole idea of, you know, a break or a dislocation or an injury. Something like that, I don't know. I'm sure they'd find a reason. Did you win in Miami? No, I finished P2. When do you think the mediums will start to drop? Probably about now. I'd expect around now they start falling off. Ooh. Russell has an issue? He's in front of us. That could be another free position. Did you actually get injured? I dislocated my thumb. So yes. Spreads awareness of how the injury can happen, though, for sure. And that's kind of why I uploaded it to my TikTok as well. You know, direct drives can, and they have, caused problems in the past with that sort of thing, so... Piastri went for the inside there, I don't know why. Not a clue why he went up the inside there, but whatever. I kind of lost a bit of time to that guys in front. Is it okay now? Yeah. I still get a little bit of pain when I try and, like, you know, do too much or stretch it too far or something like that. I can feel a bit of the tendon pain, but all in all, it's not too bad. Yeah, Russell is holding up these guys in front now. Look at the time we're gaining. 1.7 to Perez. Russell's doing us a big favor right now. A big favor.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
And then Piastri might overtake me here. I'll let him go if he does. Yeah, I'm just going to let him go. No point fighting that. Would have lost more time. And Russell is still scrapping with Perez and Sainz in front. So that will help us out massively. And Piastri is already within DRS of him. So good stuff. Favorite ACC track? Kyalami.
Get in there.
Lewis.
Yo, Ross.
Miracles do happen, mate.
Piastri got a bad exit there. Ross, thank you much for that gifted sub to HP. Did I appreciate that? Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin chat to welcome HP into Vince fam on behalf of Ross. Appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Oh, God. What the fuck? We started braking on the apex. That's good, isn't it? Piastri had a little look up the inside of Russell there. This did give us a chance to save a bit of battery, so... Alonso's up to P10 now. 4.9 seconds to him. I think that gap will probably start closing, but that medium time might be on the way out, so might be okay. We'll see. They're starting to struggle, definitely. Russell's got a problem with his car, so this is a mechanical issue for Russell right now. Here goes Piastri down the inside. He's out of battery. Russell covers the inside against us. We'll go around the outside. And... oh, I don't want to go that deep. What the fuck? Okay, I just made two positions by accident. I did not want to overtake Piastri, but you know what? I'll take it. I did not mean to overtake Piastri. But I'll take it with grace. Into P7, chap. Kinda cooking. These hard tyres are not feeling too bad. We'll see if we can try and catch Sainz and Perez in front, but... might be tricky with their power. But those tyres are worsening, so who knows? We have broke that DRS to Russell as well, which is good. I'm just a brake bias a little bit here. 55. Should be about right. Just for the rears, locking under braking. Into the last couple of corners. Then to lap 17. Working our way through the order. I think it's about 25, 27. What for, sorry? For the mediums to pit, you mean? The mediums, yeah, should pit around that sort of time. We're boxing on lap 35.
Position, trying to keep focus.
So it's about, yeah, around lap 28 maybe. Around lap 28. We should see the mediums box. Oof. Yeah, we're staying locked in. I'm just hoping Russell can maybe hold up Alonso a bit. Alonso has still caught a touch. All good my end, right? All good over here. Lag? It's not me. I'm not getting any issues on my end. What happened? Was it like frame rate drop or was it buffering? What happened? It looks okay on my end. Fine for me. Seemed like a Twitch buffer. Yeah, I didn't get any drop frames or anything on my end. I got a little lag buffer. It's not coming up with any problems on my end.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I don't know. All good now, though. Fair enough. It might have been me, I don't know, but if Ferrari's bit's okay for now. Did you guys get a freeze as well on TikTok? You had a buffer for a second? Everything looks okay on my end, so I don't know what happens. As long as it's fine now, then doesn't matter, I guess, but weird. All right, anyway, in the meantime, Perez and Sainz fighting away in front of us. Those medium tires look like they're struggling now. We caught up to these guys pretty quickly. These hard tires are the optimal tire now. We have used up a bit of our battery here, so I don't think we'll be able to overtake.
Around a second faster than the car ahead. Keep this
Second faster, wow. Sainz goes around the outside, but runs out of battery when doing that. Oh, they're so slow. They are struggling quite a bit, aren't they? I always forget F1 race at Nürburgring in 2020. Yeah, it was called the Eiffel Grand Prix, wasn't it? I think Romain Grosjean broke his finger from a piece of gravel or something as well. If I remember correctly. Keeping close, these guys in front. Gonna have to try and find an overtake on these guys, but it's gonna be very difficult at the moment. Especially if they're kind of DRS changing up, or DRS switching as well, so.
Team radio.
Gotta be a bit careful of the battery.
333 says box to retire Carvins, we are retiring.
Nuh-uh. Yeah, they've got no grip to that final corner. Oh, they're boxing. Wow. They're boxing on lap 19? That's a two-stop, right? If they're boxing on lap 19, that's a two-stop. There has to be a two-stop. Right? There's no way they're going to try and take hard tires to the end from lap 20. That absolutely has to be a two-stop. Hard, then medium. They might do a medium hard. But yeah, lap 19 is way too early for a one-stop. I mean, look how far back they've come out as well. They've got to try and find all that time with another pit stop. That's why the two-stop sucks here. such a long pit lane to try and find time. See what Lewis is doing? Yeah. I mean, Norris are in front of us on the hard tire as well, so...
Car ahead by 3.2 seconds.
Yeah, let's see what the hard medium tires in front are doing. What track was Mugello in 2020? What? You just answered that question. The answer to the question. What? What are you asking me? What track was Mugello in 2020? Mugello. What are you asking? You went against 80 AI on a 2-stop? Yeah, well, that's significantly lower AI. On 108 AI, that might be very different. Very, very different. How do your tires look? They should still be okay.
Gap to your teammate behind, 9.1.
Rear right's on 19. That's the only real problem at the moment is the rear right tire. Everything else is perfectly fine. Just our rear right is starting to show a bit of wear now. The rear left's not too far behind, I guess, but... yeah, maybe that rear right's the issue. Do you think 25's going to be fire? I hope so. I really hope so. Is this Monza? No, this is Imola. What's the best way you learn without racing line? Watch a track guide on YouTube. There's a lot of knowledgeable people out there on YouTube who will go through the entire track, showing you where to position your car, where to brake, where to be on the exits and that sort of stuff. Would recommend watching their guides. I'm going to chill behind Piastri for one more lap, I think. Just charge up the battery a bit more. Don't need to push too hard right now, so... just chill behind, charge the battery.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake.
No. Mugello was literally called Mugello. Yeah, didn't have any nicknames like the Nürburgring one. Oh yeah, Tuscan Grand Prix. That's right. Yeah, it was called the Tuscan Grand Prix. Yeah, we had Monza that year, so yeah, it had to be called something else. You're right. Yeah, I remember that race. It was there was that really chaotic safety car restart, wasn't there? Which retired like 5 or 6 drivers. I think Alex Albon got a podium as well. It was a wild race. Very wild. It was a cool track. I just don't think it's very well suited to F1. It seemed like a fun track to drive, but in terms of racing, it wasn't that great, I don't think. How long to the end of stream? Basically another 41 laps. We'll stream a little bit longer after that, but not much. Just the final little bits.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Yeah, they all blame the drivers in front for, like, stopping and starting. I don't remember if anyone actually got penalized from it, but... yeah, it was very messy. Very, very messy.
Okay, gap to the car ahead. 3.
Oh, end of the season, sorry. This is round 7 of 24, so... a good way. A good way. Sorry, my bad. I'm dyslexic, allow me. Allow me. Wasn't it Bottas that caused it? I think a lot of people did point the finger at him, but did he get punished for it? Do I remember the PSGL days? I do. I'll tell you what. I actually enjoyed league racing back then. When I look at league racing now, it looks horrible. Like, the community sucks for league racing. And to be fair, I mean, at that time, it still wasn't great either, but it was more enjoyable than it looks now. Yeah, it was also on the worst game, F1 22. I wish... I think I might have done a bit of PSGL when F1 23, like, right at the start. But not a lot. I think I did, like, maybe 1 season. I got promoted, like, 2 divisions. And I did okay, to be fair. I think I finished, like, high mid-table. Got a couple podiums. Still gaining on the guys in front, by the way. 2.6 to Norris. We're slowly getting closer.
Sainz is the fastest man on track right now. He's just posted the quickest lap of the race.
See you in 30 days on Twitch. Got banned for singing the Ashley Cole chant. The what chant? I don't know the Ashley Cole chant. That's crazy, though. What game is worse, F1 15 or F1 22? I don't think I played 15. But I did hear bad things about it. I just found the clip of the guy who full throttled out of turn 4 in Austria and bumped straight into you. Dude, he didn't get a penalty for it. I remember that. I was mad. They called it a genuine mistake and that I was unfortunate to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. They literally called it a genuine mistake, so he didn't get punished.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Love that, LH. Oh, Jesus. Red tire slipped up at turn 3. You're probably the best F1 streamer ever. I appreciate that. I do my best. I do my best. Literally HP. To be fair, the F1 22 traction was diabolical. It was so bad. Anytime you touch full throttle out of a corner, boom, face the other way. It was so bad. Like, medium TC was more realistic than zero TC. PSG on time one day? Not anytime soon, I don't think. Not anytime soon. By the way, look at this. We've caught the leaders. We've caught the lead pack. I think Piastri might be in DRS here. Alonso has dropped off. I guess the medium tires are really starting to struggle now. But we have caught the lead pack just about 4 or 5 laps before they pit.
Still looking good.
F1 21 and 20 are the Go F1 games. Nah, not F1 20. F1 20 was all right. The problem I had with F1 21, sorry. F1 20 was a great game. I'll admit that for sure. One of the best. F1 21, though, was horrible, in my opinion. Nah, I'm being harsh. It was all right. It was okay. The big problem with F1 21 was the curbs. You could not touch a curb on F1 21 without spinning. Like, you had to have an allergic reaction, basically, to the curbs. You had to be so cautious if you touched them. But F1 2019 and 2020 were fantastic games for sure. Very, very good games. You can never escape me. I'm always here, Twitch or TikTok. Do you know what, Finley? I'll always appreciate that. Okay, this group is actually quite slow, aren't they? Look at this, chat. Are Williams in the lead group? There's no way we go back-to-back podiums, right? There's no way we go back-to-back podiums. Go IRL on a race and make a video about it on YouTube. Unfortunately, it's very expensive to do that. Would be fun, but very expensive. Okay, Oscar, you cannot just turn left while I'm trying to overtake you, bud. You can't just drift left. Christ. This train is not very good right now. This train is kind of slow. I think the guys in front will box soon, though. Do you know what? I'm just going to go 0 ERS. I'm going to go 0 ERS and just charge up a lot. Because they're slow through corners. Why does your sense of speed seem really off today? Maybe your brain's working in slow mode, I don't know. Look at that, 100 ERS, perfect. Monster or Red Bull? Monster. Nice, Alfonso, enjoyed it. Sounds awesome. We've got plenty of battery here. We might be able to get past Piastri. Let's give it a go, shall we? Down towards turn 1 and 2. We're slipstreaming. We're using ERS. We're using DRS. Piastri's going to cover the inside. No, it doesn't. We'll steal up the inside of Oscar Piastri. And we do force our way through a turn 2. And Lando Norris is the next McLaren up in front of us. Look at this. Williams splitting the two McLarens. This is where Williams should be. This is where they should be. Don't let him for you prefers orange juice. If I was to pick a juice, it'd be more like summer fruits. I don't mind orange juice, but summer fruits is the goat. My favorite monster? Hold up. Probably this one right here. Can you see that? The Ultra Peachy. Probably my favorite right now. Or the Ultra Rosa. Both very good. Very, very good. What happened to the Mango Fiesta? Oh, the Ultra Fiesta? I still have that from time to time. I think I only used to drink that from Monster. I didn't drink any other Monster, so I think I kind of got a little bit on the taste. Yep, in got the medium tires. Here we go. P2. P2. Never would have thought you'd see the day again, would you, chat? You thought you'd never see the day again. George Russell's out of the session now. So his mechanical problem is now terminal. He's pulled up out the final corner. And doesn't look like we're going to get a safety car.
Alexander in the pits.
Lando Norris trying to steam away here. Get back here. Get back here. Doesn't look like we're going to get a safety car, no. Apparently Lando's getting his own flavor now. I did hear about that. They should make it in a bottle rather than a can, though. Sorry. I'm sorry, Lando fans. I'm sorry. It was a... Please understand, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, the flags are still out for Russell's car here.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Where is his car? Oh, it's right on the insides. I can see that being a VSC over a full safety car, but... Yeah. Ultra Fiesta and Peach top 2 monster for me. Yeah, I used to really like the Ultra Fiesta, and I still do. It's just that, like I say, it was the only monster I drunk at the time, so I kind of just got a bit bored of the taste, I guess. I don't know. Stay with him, I'm trying. 17-4 for Carlos. Carlos on the second medium, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Carlos on a second medium. Wait, Perez boxed for hards. Perez boxed for hards. Maybe he is one-stopping. He pit at the same time as Carlos Sainz. So maybe he is one-stopping, but just going very long. What are we boxing on what tire? 35 for mediums. We might go a couple laps longer, though, to try and get a bit more life out of the mediums. How long do you think tomorrow's event's going to be? In terms of first delivery to last, maybe like an hour or two, maybe. Did you do the mid-session save? Was there a reading? I missed it if so.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 43.2 seconds.
Does a mid-session save? Okay, I didn't see it, my bad. My bad. What time is it tomorrow? 7 o'clock, was it? 8 o'clock? I think it's something like that. That's when the show starts, but I don't know when the reaction will be, so to speak. Does anyone know what good brands for sim racing compatible with the PS5? Fanatec. $8 p.m. There you go. 8 p.m. Is it going to be streamed? Yeah, it'll be live on YouTube, I believe. I believe they're live streaming on YouTube. I'm also thinking about doing a watch-along for it. I don't know if I will yet, but I am thinking about doing a watch-along for the show. Obviously, I can't stream the show, but I can do my reaction to it, essentially, so... W idea. If there's interest for you guys for me doing that, I might consider it. You guys can get my live reactions to the car. Right on the outside, we've got Norris here. Nice take into P2. Into the lead of the race. Into the lead of the race.
Good job. Nice overtake.
I'm going to do a meme recap of it at some point. I tell you what, if you did a recap of like all the streamers reacting to it, that would be kind of cool, actually. You could deadass make a video of how content creators reacted to the F175 show. That'd probably actually do quite well. Better go live and give me more content. Any assists on? No, all my assists are off. We are about halfway through this race now as well, aren't we? Could you imagine we got a red flag right now? I think I'd shit myself. If we got a red flag right now, I'd go crazy. Obviously, we're still yet to pit, so we're not net P1, but we're definitely getting a few positions so far from this strategy. Same pace as Perez. That's not too bad because he's on a fresher hard.
We're approaching the pit window.
Oh, it's so going to happen, isn't it, noob? So going to happen. I suppose I'm sure people like GB and stuff will do it with Aston as well anyway, so I probably will do the same with Aston. Have they revealed which order they're going to do it in? Are they going to do it from, like, last in the Constructors last season to first? How are they planning on doing it?
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's
Is it reverse order? So start with Sauber, then... Was it Racing Ball 9th? Think in alphabetical order. It would kind of make sense to in reverse order, but... Oh, we do have an engine component above 60% now. IC's just hit 60. So we might have a little bit of power loss here. Not a lot, but maybe a little bit. I tell you what, if we get so much carbon again on livery launch day HP, when it's supposed to be a big event, I'm going to be so disappointed. So disappointed. That 34. Here we go on Lando again. Plenty of top speeds.
Dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
FIA! Yo! Disqualify him! He wants to play this game? He wants to play this game? Let's do it then. This is how he has to defend against a Williams. I see. I see. Buddy thinks he's George Russell, I'm Valtteri Bottas. Actually, probably the other way around, wouldn't it? I was the other second car, so I'm George Russell. What happened to your engine? It's just got a bit of wear. Once you get the warning of penalty. Undercut him. To be fair, if I wanted to undercut him, I probably should have done this lap, but I feel like I need to get a bit of revenge back.
Window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah. Do it again. Do it again. That's what I thought. Know your place. Wait, why did I gain a second on him? I actually gained a second on him. Wait, what's happening? Wait, Piastri passed him too! Yo, I've never seen Karma hit so quickly before. I've literally just gained a second on the two McLarens because of that. Sucks to be Lando, I guess. I guess we box now, right, chat? Box this lap?
In this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
We're not net P1, chat. We're not net P1. Box, box. Longer. I think people behind us are going to pit, so I think we should as well. Focus, focus. There's a pizza in your focus. Piastri stayed out. Let's do this. Let's make sure the mediums are put on. Perfect. All right. Come on, boys. Good stop. Good pit stop.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you.
Yo, W pit crew, chat.
Delighted with that.
W pit crew. We actually have an elite pit crew at Williams. Where are we going to be? P7?
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
Still got that gap to Alonso as well. Good stuff.
Dangerous driving if you
Well,
cross
he has closed off a bit, but... All right, here we go. Mediums to the end. We'll come out P7, mediums to the end. There are still a few drivers who are going to pit because they're on a two-stop strat. Some drivers are on a two-stop, so... we'll have to be careful with that. Now, we're going to send Dimitri to, Arkistan, I think it's called. The country in Contraband Police. Great game, by the way. Very good game. Our cars are headbox here again. Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. I don't know why I sound like I was from 30s royalty England saying no like that, but here we are. Oh, good heavens. 1.7 to Lando right now. That might close. We'll see. Piastri's in.
Okay, gap to the
We should get a good undercut on him.
19.3 seconds.
Nice. Back into P6. I think Lando will get past as well. He will. Typical McLaren favouring Lando. Shake my head. Yellow flags. Why? Why? It's Lando. Lando's stopping.
Okay, clear.
Karma has hit him square in the nose.
Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring
Like,
the car.
square on in the nose. And now we've got 4.6 to Piastri as well. We are in a very good position, chat. We are in a very, very good position. Stay humble, Lando. Stay humble, eh?
Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
That's our second retirement. And that helps us keep that P6. Right, 4.8 to Perez. Perez is on an old hard tyre now. Plus, I'm pretty sure he's going to box again. So, we should get a position on Perez. I think Hamilton is in the same situation as well as Carlos Sainz. If I'm right, it's a big if. If I am correct, we're net P3.
Caution, caution.
But I'm not 100% sure. There's Lando's car. Probably should be a VSC, that one. Both retirements are in VSC positions, but we never get them. Alonso and Piastri are battling for P7. That helps us out as well, so I have no quarries with that. Have you had a podium on this career yet? Yup. Last time out in Miami, we got a podium. Are we gaining on Checo, chat? I feel like we are, but I'm not 100% sure. 17.4 was our last lap. Driver in front.
Perez ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 4.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 18 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap
18.2.
was 18.2.
We did a 17.4 again. So, on average, we're 8/10 faster than Perez. We're cooking. We are cooking. We are on course for back-to-back podiums, chat. Back-to-back podiums. This strategy's a W.
Finroy0 says Vince, Kate just pulled a huge W in chat with Vince points. Can you
Ow.
give her a bonus?
Wait, what did she do? What did Cake do? Dan, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Didn't gain too much on Perez this lap. Gave 10,000 VP. Why are you giving money to gambling addicts? What's going on, Kate? William Hill need to sign you. Sainz is in. Wow, he did all that to go to a hard tyre anyway. What's the point? Why would you do a two-stop? You do all this just to go hards anyway. Makes no sense. That puts it to P5 anyway, I shouldn't complain. Last lap was a 17.6, by the way.
Gap to the car in front, 3.4
I think we gained about 5/10, 6/10 maybe. I can't find this crew on YouTube. It's because it's on my second account. I have two YouTube accounts, one called just DatGuyVince, and a second one called DatGuyVince VODs. All my career modes are on YouTube. I haven't started uploading this career though yet. You'll find my old career, but this one's not on YouTube yet. It will be soon though.
No issues with tyre wear
It will
for
be
now.
soon.
Keep taking care of them.
You can find my old career though. My old career is still being uploaded. .5 to Perez. We gained quite a bit this time, didn't we? We are a bit tight on battery. 17.3, new PB.
But remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Honestly, I'm the same, Vinyaka. I'm a channel points hoarder as well. In Dana's stream, I think I have like 500k. I never spend. I just accumulate them all. Just watch your first TikTok upload. My first TikTok upload. Which was my first TikTok upload. That's probably a long time ago. The launch event is tomorrow. Are you watching it? I will be, yep. I might do a live reaction to it. I don't know if I'll go live on TikTok for it, but I might go live on Twitch doing a live reaction. Dr. Kinky. Yo, I feel that. And Jamie, thank you for the follows on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Didn't gain too much on Perez this time around. This will be a 17.9. Bit slower this time, but Perez is in. Perez in. So he's going to go. Well, he's on hard tires right now, so he must go mediums or softs, right? Please go softs. Please go softs. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Okay, Arthur, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
4.4 to Hamilton. She have a lap time of 19.5. That'll be easy. Once I've done it. We have gapped Piastri, by the way. 9.4 to Piastri. Does he have damage? We were fighting with Piastri for most of the race. And now he's 9.5 behind. He must have a bit of damage, right? Could be 2 podiums on the bounce. It could be. It could well be. What up, Tomo? You should go live on YouTube as well. I have thought about it, but not too sure yet. It's something I probably will eventually do. Possible damage from Lando? Maybe. Or from Alonso. Because he was fighting a bit with Alonso as well, so...
Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
17-4. Daiki and Scott, thanks for following us as well, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing good. Do I have an R5 or R9 wheelbase? R9. .9 to Hamilton. I don't think we're getting on Hamilton as much as we were with Perez, are we? Driver in front.
It's Hamilton ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that.
Is he boxing in? I think he might be, you know.
4.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your last lap time.
Oh, it's on fresh hards.
17.9. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going.
Okay, this might be tricky. I thought Hamilton might box again. He's not going to. So, if we want a podium, we have to naturally gain 3.5 seconds. In the next, what, 15 laps? It's doable, but we are obviously in a superior, inferior car. He's in a superior one. So if we want back-to-back podiums, we need to gain another 3.5 seconds. That's fair, Vinyaka. You should try some other racing games or something. Maybe like an ACC or something like that. I would say iRacing, but we all know the problems with iRacing. Financially, I mean. The game itself is great. Just financially,
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car
difficult.
ahead by 3.6 seconds.
I'm more mad at myself that I spent $15 on Long Beach just to not like the track. And now I'm just stuck with it. Tough times. Green first sector. Rear tyres are coming up a bit in wear, 10 and 13%. Fronts are looking fine. Mostly. But, yeah. You podium Miami, I thought you hated driving it. I do. Trust me, just because I got a podium there does not mean I like it now. My hatred for Miami still exists. It will never, never migrate away. How's this lap? 17.7. Getting about 0.3 there, I think. I guess iRacing's all paywalls. Kind of, yeah. I mean, obviously to even play it, you need to pay for a subscription. Whether you go monthly or quarterly or yearly, it's up to you. You get a load of, like, cars included with that. But if you really want to delve further into iRacing, you need to buy cars and tracks. Each car is $10, and each track is $15. I think. Is that, yeah, it's that way around, yeah. Vince loves Miami now. He's an honorary Florida resident. I would enjoy the beach. That's as far as I go, I think, though. Remember the racing ball you made the fastest car in the grid a few careers ago? It was the last career, yeah. The last career, Barry Huckelheim. We did make racing ball one of the fastest. Might be doing the same Williams right now. We've gone green the first 2 sectors on lap 45. Are we going to make it 3 greens? Across the line we go. It's going to be a... Oh, not quite. Not quite.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.1 seconds.
But 17.4 is a decent lap. We do gain a good chunk on Hamilton again. We're just going to keep working the battery as well. The battery management's going to be really critical. It's all well and good using it to catch him, but we also got to make sure we have enough when we catch him. So we'll have to go through phases of just restoring the battery a bit. Just get a little bit out of shape in the hairpin. I played some S1E7. It's just tiring, so I find it hard to start. It is tricky. Going from a game like this to an actual sim is, yeah, very tricky. What team should I go to after us to finish with Williams? Aston Martin. Where's Keiko? You need him? I think he's in a meeting right now, unfortunately. Sub 3. Sub 3 seconds. We're getting nice. I think we get about a second in about 4 or 5 laps there. If we keep that sort of pace up, by around lap 60, we should get within DRS. Maybe sooner. See, 0.8 right now. The last lap was a 17.7, so our lap times are constantly the 17s. Sergio Perez goes fastest, 16.6. He's definitely too far back to cause a problem to us. I think we nailed this strategy, though, chat. I'm not going to lie. Starting that hard tire was definitely the way to go. We've nailed this race so far. Come on, let's keep going. We're getting towards the late stage of this race. McLaren could themselves that strategy? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Lando retired. And Piastri, I think, has damage. Because he was literally fighting with us, and now he's 15 seconds back and holding off a Ferrari. So I'm going to assume he has wing damage. In fact, should we find out? Let's find out real quick. Yeah, look at that. That McLaren's missing a little bit of that front wing. We'll find out how we got it later on, but yeah, that front right end plate's missing. And that is costing him significant time. He's probably dropping around a second a lap with that damage. So a bad day for a McLaren driver, basically. It does mean that Max Verstappen is on course for 6 wins in 7 races. He won 5 in a row to start the season, then had a bad race in Miami, finished P7, and now he's going to go back to winning ways here in Imola. Unless something drastic happens. What would you do if you had Lando's damage? Well, I wouldn't be in the race, first of all. That in itself would kind of suck. This is the first half of 2024 all over again? Kinda, yeah. Kinda. Maybe not first half, maybe like first third or something. First quarter. When Max winning every race. Because there were a few races in that first half where, you know, Lando was quite close to Max but wasn't able to pass him. Such as here in Imola. Spain as well. You're gaining on Lewis, I should look away. We are gaining. I think it's a very good day to be a believer, let's say that. I'm not a fan of that. No, I don't like that, actually. Are all my assists off? Yep. Did you lag or something? Went into a half spin. The car was almost facing the wrong way around.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.2 seconds.
That's lost us a good bit of time. Fuck. All that work we've done has kind of come undone a little bit there. Rear tyres are a bit warm. They're high on wear as well, so... It was a good save, but an unnecessary one, really. And now we've got to gain all that time back on Hamilton that we lost. 18.7 that time around, damn. We're just getting 17s every lap until then.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 20.8 seconds.
Yeah, this isn't Charles Leclerc, this is Arthur. Do I earn money from streaming? Yeah, not a huge amount, but... Not enough to go full time, that's for sure. Three seconds. I wonder if that mistake is just going to cost us. Because we are not getting much anymore, are we? Getting a little bit in that chicane, but not a huge amount. I really hope the mistake is not going to hold us back. But it might well do. Is your goal to go full time at some point? It would be nice, but it's not something I think about, really. If I get the opportunity, I would consider it, but I'm very far off from it, so there's no real point considering it. It's a question I do get a lot, but I'm way, way far away to be able to do something like that. Very far away. I've always said, once I've, like, if I can ever get to the point of making a consistent monthly income to the point where it's, like, almost matching my real-life job, then that's when I would consider it. Until then, it's barely even a thought, really. It's barely a thought. Just get a bunch of sponsors because you're quite popular. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as that.
8 seconds.
It is not as easy as it sounds. Right, Jacob. How much would that be? I'm not going to disclose how much I earn. Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously, like, things are getting better and better and better. The more I stream, the better it'll get and stuff. The chance will always increase every day, basically, but it, you know, it's still a long, long way to go. I mean, I started streaming like 5 or 6 years ago, so need more variety in your content. I've tried, but you know, I've analyzed things from what I do. I know what works, what doesn't, and there's a reason why my content is kind of mainstream in a way. It's because it's what works, right? I've tried doing different things, like I've done a lot of iRacing in the past, done ATC, and the growth in that is just not good enough for me to have to consider doing that more, essentially. I will still do, like, the odd iRacing stream and stuff, like, I will do the odd bit here and there, but what I'm doing right now is where the interest is, ultimately. So I've got to follow that. What's the break and diff meta for this year? There isn't really too much for a break diff this year. I personally like mine around 55, but I know a lot of people who like theirs lower and stuff. Diff-wise, always 100, basically. Always 100. Go back to FM. Maybe not until the new game. I feel like being a content creator right now in FM is probably not ideal.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
Imola, this is Imola, yep. You are catching again? Yeah, 2.6. But I can feel the rear tires sliding.
And gap to the car in front, 2.5 seconds.
What's my daily job? I'm an engineer. I'm a mechanic. .3. Yeah, that rear right tire don't look pretty, does it? That rear right tire is looking a little bit spicy. Do I enjoy my job? For sure. My particular job gives me a lot of free time as well, which is why I'm able to stream and stuff. And I'll always be grateful for that. If I had a different job, I would not be streaming, I don't think. Vince is lying, he secretly drives for Williams. Why do you think I've got all the free time now? They sacked me back in Zandvoort. Do I watch the Outdoor Boys? I do, yeah. I've not watched any of their recent videos in the last couple months, to be fair, but yeah, I used to watch them all the time. Engineer for what? So my actual role is called a systems engineer. I can't, unfortunately, disclose much more than that, because otherwise I'll probably dox myself. I don't want to do that. No, I don't work on cars. I don't work on cars. Would be fun to work on cars, but I don't. I have done work on my car, if that counts. That's the furthest I've gone, though. I've done a couple little bits of my own, but that's it. We're into the final 10, ladies and gentlemen. 2.5 still the gap to Hamilton. We're not really closing up enough, are we? The grip's just still falling away. But we're not catching enough to Hamilton to pass him by the end of the race. 18.1 was our lap that time around. Driver in front, what's his lap time?
Hamilton's ahead of you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They've done 26 laps on those tyres. Time last lap, 1:18.0. All right, you're falling
He was
back
faster
by
than us, damn.
1:10 per lap.
He was faster than that last lap.
Okay, keep an eye on that
We need to
gap
lock in,
ahead,
chat.
please. 2.4 seconds.
If we want to pass Hamilton, we're going to lock in. If you had the money to buy any car, what would you buy? A GT3 RS. Finley, thank you for 27 bits. Appreciate you. If you were to have any job, would it be an F1 driver? I mean, when I was younger, that was kind of like a dream, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. I would love to be a full-time content creator. I think it'd be awesome. But I also have always been very scared about doing a hobby as a job.
Tyre condition still
So,
looking good.
I don't know. Unless you work on factory race cars, it's pretty boring. No, I don't work on factory race cars. I did always like the idea of being a mechanic when I was younger. Like I said, when I was younger, I also thought about being like pit crew. Having the cool guns and stuff to undo wheel nuts and all that sort of stuff.
Gap to your teammate behind.
That always seemed fun to me, but there's definitely a lot more to it than just that. I think we lost more to Hamilton. I think these tyres are falling off. I think these tyres are falling off right now. 2.5 to Lewis Hamilton. Worked in a body shop for years, ended up not being for me. Was you doing like wrapping and stuff, I'm guessing, or resprays maybe? Vince dreamt of being Dimitri, right. Maybe that's why I'm being cursed by him. I never followed the dream when I was young, so Dimitri's here to haunt me. He just wanted someone young to replace him. He should be in a retirement home by now, but nope. He's still out there, not the pit crew. Because I chose not to follow it. I feel like we gained this lap. Where's my girlfriend? Not here, unfortunately. 18.0. I think we gained. Driver in front. Driver in front.
It's Hamilton ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, they're on 28 lap old tyres. And time last lap, 1 minute, 18.
Oh, we matched him.
All right, you're falling back by 1/10 per lap.
We matched him.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.4 seconds.
Come on. These tyres are really not holding on too well right now. We've won that podium, but... I mean, a P4 is also very good, don't get me wrong. We could be very happy getting a P4. But, it'd have been so nice to go back-to-back on the podiums, wouldn't it? It'd have been so nice. Vince's girlfriend is Alex Albon. I don't know about that one. Leclerc driving twice at the same time. One's Arthur Leclerc, one's Charles Leclerc. Sainz is fast. 9.4 right now. I'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think he'll catch us. We're lap 58.63. I don't think he'll catch us. I'd be very surprised if he does. Can I join next? If this was an open lobby, then yeah, for sure. But this is not an open lobby. That small mistake, honestly, that probably is the killer right now, isn't it? If we hadn't have made that mistake, maybe we would have caught Hamilton. What mistake? We had like a half spin at turn 3, and it cost about a second. So if we hadn't made that mistake, we'd be within DRS probably. Either way, yeah, no doubt. Either way, very good race. Qualified P10, started P9. I think we dropped down to P11, P12, was it? Early on. But the strategy worked in our favor towards the end. We played the long game with the strategy, and it worked out. Because look at us now, we're running P4. Probably did get a little bit of luck with, like, Russell having his mechanical failure. Lando having mechanical failure as well. I think, honestly, if those guys hadn't retired, that was a bit deep there. If those guys hadn't retired, we probably would be about P6, but either way, you got to take it, haven't you? You got to take it. And then, of course, you got Piastri with his wing damage, too. Would he have been fighting us right now if he didn't have wing damage? So I think today was a good day for sure. Podium or no podium, it was a good day. W strat for sure. I'll try and keep pushing to see if there's any opportunity, but it's very slim from this point, I think. What percent AI? 108. Honestly, probably could have gone 110 today. Probably could have got 110. Sainz is catching pretty quickly, 7.9. It will not be enough, though. He's getting about 2 seconds in the last 2 or 3 laps, so on average, a second a lap. But with the amount of laps to go, I don't think he'll catch. Unless someone in the top 3 spins. I mean, Verstappen could spin and probably still hold the lead, to be fair. Charles, not sure, but... yeah, no doubt. No, I'm not... yeah, I'm not displeased at all. I'm very happy with getting a P4. Honestly, I think we kind of need to keep our eyes off Hamilton for now and just focus on bringing home a P4. I don't want to make a mistake and then lose out P4 to Carlos. Especially because we're ahead of him in the championship right now. These tires are struggling. These tires are struggling. Six seconds. Shove it behind.
Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, they're on old, hard tyres. Their tyres are 20 laps old. Your last lap time, 1:17.0.
17.0. What do we do? $18.2. You know what? We're not safe. We're okay, but we're not safe.
Okay, so we're leading up to
That was an 18.8 that time as well.
3.6 seconds.
I don't think this is a guarantee just yet. It's looking okay, but I don't think this is a guarantee. He has gained quite a bit. He won't catch unless you bottle it. I'm struggling with the rear tires a lot, so... yeah, we need to keep our eyes off what's in front of us and start looking at our mirrors a little bit here. We got ambitious trying to catch Hamilton. Didn't really think about what could have been behind us. So this isn't dead set yet. We should be alright, but... one big mistake, and this is in the bin. Might even lose that to Alonso for making mistakes, so... gotta keep our head up here. Change them, bro. Change what? Not enough time. That's what I mean. I think we should be all right, but it will close up.
Okay, gap ahead.
18.5 that time.
3.8 seconds.
Let's look up the science. Let's see. Driving behind. Change my tyres, yeah? On lap 62 and 63. You went to box and change tyres, yeah?
22 laps on those tyres. Time last lap, 1 minute,
17.2.
17.2.
He was 1.3 faster. We should still be all right. Just got to take it nice and easy. Yellow flags in the final sector. Looks like an Alpine. Oh, they got a puncture, I think. Have they? Yeah, they got a puncture. He just pit. Damn, what a rough time to get a puncture. Safety car for real? Imagine, though. Imagine. .43% in the rear right. So the gap will be about 3 seconds across the line. I think we're all right, aren't we? He won't catch 3 seconds in one lap. Out of the final corner we go. Not a lot of battery, but that'll be a 18.0. It's a better lap as well. Yeah, 3.4 over the line. I don't think it's going to get over 3 seconds this lap, so it should be all right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap here in Imola. Looking pretty decent for us so far. We can be very happy with the P4. We were chasing down Hamilton for P3, but unfortunately, in the last 10 laps or so, the tyres just slowly started degrading to the point we weren't able to catch anymore. We may have had a chance to maybe overtake him, but unfortunately made a bit of a mistake, and it set us back. We weren't able to recover from it, but either way, I think getting a P4 in a Williams, I don't think you can argue too much with that, can you? Be a nice 12 points on the board for ourselves and for the team. I don't know if Alex is in the top 10. I don't think he is. Would have been great, but unfortunately, I think he's a little too far back. No DNF this time. Yeah, thankfully. Max Verstappen makes it 6 and 7. Back to winning ways for the Dutchman. He got wins in the opening 5. Didn't get the win in Miami, but back to winning ways for himself today in Imola. But I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves our first podium out in Miami. We weren't able to do that today, but we got the next best thing. P4, 12 points on the board. We can be very happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very happy. We qualified 10th, started 9th. The strategy was on point, and we pick up a beautiful 12 points for the championship. G bloody G.
Another victory and a champion's
Whew.
performance from Max Verstappen.
That was good.
Led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff.
That was good. You deserve driver of the day. Did we get it? I didn't see it. Did we get it? I wasn't paying attention. 125,000 points going to 24 people. Jesus. Enjoy your points, friends. Enjoy your points. Sainz? What? Carlos Sainz got it? For what? What did he do? What did Carlos do that we didn't? Nice to believe for a change. It's nice to be able to pay the believers.
After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us?
Is the podium crashing during podium cutscenes a common issue? I have heard about it, yeah. Dude.
Of Formula One.
He went from P8 to P5. We went from P9 to P4. In a much more inferior car, by the way. Nah, rigged. Rigged. How much have Ferrari paid for that, then? How much have they paid? It's been manipulated. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Max Verstappen does take win number 6 of this season. He extends his championship range by a good sum as well, because Lando Norris didn't score any points after DNFing. Alex Albon did get P8 as well. Great race from Alex. I was a bit unsure if he was in that top 10, but thankfully he comes out with a good 4 points after that one. So Williams in a good spot right now, aren't they? Both drivers starting to score some good points now. But Verstappen does take the win then. Number 6 for him. Charles Leclerc in 2nd. Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. The 2 future teammates on the podium there. Arthur Leclerc, of course, ourselves in P4. Carlos Sainz in P5. Alonso, Perez, Albon, Stroll, and Piastri all in the top 10. You can see the rest of the finishers there. 2 DNFs today. Lando Norris and George Russell. Pierre Gasly did have a puncture towards the end of the race, but he did get lapped by Verstappen and a few others, I think, but we didn't get past him, so he didn't DNF. He just had a puncture later on for him, which is a bit unfortunate. But, yeah, really good points for Williams there. 16 points as a team over the weekend is very, very, very decent. Let's have a look at the championship order then. We do stay in 9th place in the championship. We've gained on George Russell as well. We're only 2 points now behind the Brit. We were ahead of him at the start of the season. Then he got a good few results and really pushed up above us. But now we're chasing him down once again. So he's in P8. We're in P9. We've extended the range to Carlos Sainz as well. We're on 52 points. He's on 47. So we've got a 5-point gap to the Spanish driver right now. Lance Stroll in P11. Alex Albon in P12. And Yuki Tsunoda in 13th on that sole point. Still got a good few drivers to score points, as you can see here. But at the moment, it's Max Verstappen, 59 points up on Lando Norris, heading into Monaco. As for the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead that by 71, with Ferrari in 3rd, 85 down on the Austrian team. Mercedes in 4th, Aston Martin in 5th, Williams in 6th, with 12 points down on Aston Martin right now. I think we've closed up a little bit. I think it's about 14 points or 16 points or something like that before. So we have gained on Aston Martin. Very good. It's a fan vote. Lando wasn't applicable. Because everyone will vote for him, right? What's your predictions for the first race on the 16th and your pole prediction? Oh, I have no idea, dude. Gotta wait and see how testing and stuff goes first to see how the cars are. I can't say just yet. I think over the season, it'll probably be between McLaren and Ferrari, but gotta wait for testing to be able to say something like that. To see where the cars are. Everybody pray for my boy Pierre Gasly. Nothing wrong with him. He's just in an Alpine. Prayers up for my boy Pierre. Prayers up. You'll get through this, Pierre. You'll get through this. He's been through some tough times, hasn't he? Bro had to deal with that second seat at Red Bull. Then had to be in the sitter team for a while. And now has to be at Alpine. It's been tough for him, isn't it? It's been tough. I feel for the guy. One day he'll get the chance at a good team. Gasly's such an underrated driver. I somewhat agree, I think, actually. I don't know. It's tough to say. I think Gasly has always been a good driver. I just don't think he's ever been able to show it a lot. And I think with the chance at Alpine now to be the #1 driver, to be the dead set driver, you know, I think that'll be good for him. I think it'll be really good. He won a race at a Racing Bull. My go. Yep. Oh, it was a, what was it? Toro Rosso at the time, wasn't it? Was it Toro Rosso? No, it's an AlphaTauri. It was an AlphaTauri at the time. Toro Rosso was a little bit too early. Right, we've got a little bit of R&D we can spend here. Let's see what we can do this. On aero kind of sucks at the moment, doesn't it? So we might do aero here. What about the chassis? Nothing redeemable just yet on the chassis. Durability. Durability's okay. Although I wouldn't mind an ICE upgrade. I think I might do that, actually. Because the ICEs do wear very quickly, so I might do that. It'll take a while to arrive, but yeah, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Yeah, I'm probably going to bankrupt their team as well eventually, noob. Tough. You paid for pick R&D, did you? What did you redeem? I might be able to refund it. Can I refund it? No, I can't cancel it now. I can't cancel it. What would you prefer to be picked? And I'll try and remember for next time. With the cars he had, he can't really show it? No. But now with a chance, like, I don't think Alpine are going to be great, but I think with him being like the #1 driver there now, I think he'll be, it'll give him a good chance to show what he can do. If you want a refund for him, you can get a refund, yeah. We can get you a refund. Oh, we'll refund Deadcall as well, then. We'll refund Deadcall. I don't know if we've got any mods here, but we'll get you refunded, don't worry. Where am I from? I'm from the southeast in England. Refund, please? No worries. I'll get you sorted. All right, ladies and gentlemen. that is going to do it for tonight then. A very, very good race in Imola. We finished P4, back-to-back. Very good races. I was supposed to have back-to-back podiums, but unfortunately, didn't quite get a podium today. But a P2 in Miami, a P4 in Imola. We are in a very rich vein of form right now, and hopefully, we can take it into Monaco. If you want to go into one race in good form, Monaco is definitely the one you want to go into. So, yeah, hopefully Monaco can get a good run, a good result. Obviously, it is Charles Leclerc and Arthur Leclerc's home GP, so both those drivers, I'm sure, going to be wanting to do well in their home Grand Prix. But that will be on Wednesday's stream. You want to see the Oscar damage? Oh, I don't think I can show it now. Shit. I can't change drivers, I don't think, in replay modes. Yeah, I got you, Deckle. I got you. If a mod doesn't replay by the end of the stream, I'll do it after. I'll check theater mode, but I don't think I can show other drivers in it. Leclerc won Team Monaco. Could you imagine, though? Could you imagine? It'll be all about qualifying in Monaco. All about qualifying. There we go. Thank you, Kekray. Did you refund Finn as well? Quatch and Bronco, thanks for following us on Twitch as well, guys. Appreciate you. Sorry, it's a little bit late to those follows, but appreciate you guys. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I can. I can change driver. Since when can you do that in replay modes? Oh, that is so good. Maybe it's only in multiplayer you can't do that. Right. Whereabouts was it when he started dropping time? I think it was around here, maybe. Let's see what happens. It's already missing. It was on the outlap. It was on his outlap. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Show off Arthur's new helmet when you're in there. That's a good show, actually. Oh, that's not good. I mean, if Lando's got mechanical problems and is retiring, why would you cut back across the track like that? AI doing AI things, I guess, huh? That's really tough for Piastri, that. He probably would have caught us. If he had his wing on the entire time, I think he might have been able to catch us. Because he definitely had a better car, so... Yeah, that is brutal for him. For those who didn't see as well... what's the best way of doing this? Maybe photo mode? We did get, from our good friend Scotty, a new helmet for Arthur. Because obviously, previously it was... It had the Ferrari Academy stuff on it, didn't it? Let's get a good view. Why is it... Hello? Okay, now what? Let's do this. I have to do a little bit of zooming here. I don't usually do photo mode a lot. There is zoom. You still can't really see that well here, can you? Oh, there's number 88. Yo, why do his eyes look so scary? Why do his eyes look like that? Yo, that is so creepy. Is it just me or is that really creepy? It's got a blue tinted visor and his eyes are like shining through it. But yeah, that is the helmet we're rocking with Arthur now. We got himself a new helmet. None of that Ferrari Academy stuff on anymore, so... how do I get rid of this tab thing? F2. Here we go. But that's the helmet we're rocking now. Clean if you ask me. Very clean. Show the half spin. Oh, I don't remember what lap it was. Why did I think that was a French flag? I thought it was a French flag because the blue on the left. Oh, no! Nah. But yeah, very clean helmet. Thank you, Scotty, for making that. Appreciate you, dudes. It was cleared. I can't refund it. I'll get with Vince and make sure we let you pick it when we have enough for a redeem. Oh, it won't let you refund it? Ah, damn. Arthur is French. I mean, we can get into the technicalities of it, I guess, can't we? We can get into technicalities. But yeah, if K-Crew can't refund it, then we'll just do it for next time, basically. Twitch cleared it, Finn. Twitch cleared it. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Every bug in EA is truly a feature, isn't it? Truthfully. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it for tonight. Very, very good race. Very happy with how that panned out. We got a P2 in Imola, a P2 in Miami, and a P4 in Imola. Things right now are looking like a big W. A big, big W. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to raid someone. It's that time of night. Let's use live to say hello to, shall we? We have got Fabio live. We've got Dana live. We've got Creator Series live. We've got Adam live. We've got a good few people live right now, haven't we? We've got a good few people live. Who should we raid, chat? Who should we say hello to? Should we say hello to Dana? I'll throw us Monegasque. Yeah, but it's like a whole principality thing. Technically, they're still part of France, but they do have their own sovereigns, whatever it's called. Hi, Dana. You want to see Dana? All right, we'll go say hi, Dana. We'll say hello to our resident Canadian. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You always go to Dana. Maybe because she's my girlfriend or something, you know. Gotta support the other significant other. She's trying to get to partner, so it's only fair I try and back her in doing that, right? Maybe when she gets partner, we'll raid her less often. But until she gets partner, I'm gonna keep saying hi to her. She should be close to partner. The last time I saw, she was like 4 viewers off, I think. So, I don't know what it is now, but it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I saw that. So, it might have gone down a bit, it might have gone up a bit. I'm not too sure. But either way, the more lurks you guys give Dana, the bigger chance she has of getting partners. So, if you guys can leave a lurk on her stream when she's live, always helps out. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be me for the night. All my social medias are in the chat. Twitter, Instagram, Discord. If you guys haven't jumped on Discord already, make sure you do so. It's where you get announcements when we go live. There's a schedule so you can see what we're doing on what day. And, of course, you're going to hang out with me and all the other viewers on Discord as well. I'll be back with you guys on Wednesday, 5 UK time. As always, on Wednesday, it'll be Arthur's home Grand Prix, the Monegasque Grand Prix around Monte Carlo. Can we get another podium there, or at least keep some good results going? But until Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic rest of your night. Give the Vince rates up in the chat, and I'll see you on Wednesday for the Monaco Grand Prix. Good night. Oh, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'll let you know on Discord if I go live tomorrow.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. We should have calmed down. We should have...